Garlic beef asado Piroshki.
So we start with the dough, yeast, water, and sugar. Then we add some eggs, sour cream,
Okay.
melted butter, and then we have milk, sugar, flour, and at the end, just add some oil.
So when it pulls from the bowl, it'll be done. You'll bring it out. It'll proof for 2 hours.
Yes, exactly.
We'll go ahead and make the filling.
So we start with the sauce, sugar, Filipino soy sauce, hoisin, oyster sauce. And then I add some chopped onions, add some minced garlic, chopped beef,
So that's gonna cook down.
add the sauce.
Add a little cornstarch to it, tightens up,
Yeah.
and then we'll use that for the filling.
Start
So the
rolling.
dough is proofed, portioned out.
I have the filling here,
No wonder they only order one.
and then fold it into a triangle shape.
And are we gonna glaze these with anything on top?
Yes, we're putting egg wash in it.
Pop in the oven, what temperature?
350, 20 minutes. Our piroshkis are ready.
It's a gorgeous Piroshki.
Thank you.
It's got the buttery crust. The filling's got a little sweet, you need a little soy. You get that hoisin oyster. It's delicious.
Thank you.
Prepare table 1.
The best Thai food in the country.
We have the spicy mint noodles with shrimp.
There's regular Thai food and there's Jitlada.
What is it about this place that brings you back?
Jazz.
Jazz.
I think that's the thing right there.
Jazz is known for bringing the heat.
Something Jazz Singson on definitely showed us on Triple G. And she's bringing it here every day after her brother, Chef Tui Sungkami, took over this joint back in '06.
I'm a customer of Jitlada.
You were a customer?
Yeah.
Before your brother owned
Yeah,
it?
1969.
It's been here that long?
1969.
Seriously?
This used to be a northern Thai restaurant,
Yeah.
and then they bought it, and it became the best southern Thai restaurant in America.
What is the basis of Southern Thai?
Less sweet, way more spicy.
Some of the items would just super heat.
All the flavors that are in Thai food are 100 times here.
2 green curries with chicken.
Easily the best green curry I've ever had. It's so good that it's worth the burn.
Okay, so what are we gonna make?
We're gonna make green curry.
Let's see it.
Serrano chili.
All of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thai chili. Garlic. Red
Yes.
onion. Chopped lemongrass.
Sri Lanka lime skin, a little of the lime leaves.
Cilantro.
Just like half of this is green chili.
Yeah,
I'm still like,
See,
listen, it
our
doesn't have to
Indian
be-
brothers and sisters think they can eat spicy. We
Telling
perfected
you,
the curry.
I'm gonna have to draw back the curry curtain.
We
Someone's gonna
perfected-
get a hurting over here.
Water. A little bit of curry paste.
seeds and everything.
So this is raw, but
Right.
for the dish, it'll be cooked.
Yes, sir. First, we're gonna hit coconut milk in the wok. Add the green curry paste.
I start to make water mouth.
Salivate, yeah.
That's the word I was looking for. Up next,
Chicken.
fish sauce.
Yeah.
The eggplant, the bamboo shoots,
Smell it.
Sri Lanka lime leaf,
Bell pepper.
and then we did the Thai basil, more chilies.
Welcome, guys, to Jitlada. Here, this is our homemade green curry.
Dude, wow.
Oh my gosh.
One for you guys. It is gonna be so hot.
Oh, dude, that's hot. Oh my God.
It just ate the enamel off my teeth.
That's delicious.
But there's so much flavor. It's not just spicy.
Do we have rice or anything?
Yes.
You pour it over the top?
Yeah, so here.
Oh, I want that eggplant.
Color's incredible.
This is what I really appreciate about this. It is hot, but it's not unpleasantly hot where it's destroying your taste buds. It's just this warm heat throughout your face.
Yeah.
It's so alive. We're just hitting every taste bud.
The problem is I don't want to stop.
I know.
That's it. The
I know.
craveability is through the roof.
So good, Jazz.
Green curry chicken.
It's phenomenal. The spices are nice and complex. Once you've tried it, you really can't put that spoon down.
Before she was here doing this, nobody was doing Southern Thai.
Yeah. It took a fan to translate her Thai menu into English for this place to blow up.
Have you seen the menu? It's like a Bible.
There's probably 300 items on it.
Curry, duck, crab, frog legs.
It would take so long to try everything, but it's all really good.
The food here is always very creatively done.
Prosciutto pizza here.
It's light, indulgent, and decadent. There's nothing like it.
How's the sausage pizza?
And for husband-wife owners Brendan Smith and Rachel Greenspan, their wood-fired Neapolitan pizza joint all starts with the dough.
Before I got into pizza, I was really a bread baker. Neither of us is Italian.
Jewish and Irish.
Got your Cacio e Pepe arancini.
The arancini feels like 3 dishes in one. You have a cacio pepe sauce, then you have this amazing risotto. It's a big, crispy ball of rice and cheese and butter.
Let's see it.
First step up is making our chicken stock.
Okay.
We've got cold water, chicken backs, chicken feet,
It is all the college.
onion, carrot tops, and celery stalks and leaves. Simmer overnight. Double strain it, cool it in the walk-in, and it turns to basically a gelatin. Now we're going to cook our risotto. Olive oil, diced onion, garlic, rice, and toast it for about 2 minutes.
Just so it gets a little nuttiness to it.
White wine,
Chicken stock, stir, stir, till it's just about done. Drop the butter.
salt, black pepper, and Parmesan cheese. Put the risotto on a sheet tray to cool.
Next, we're into
Calabrian chili aioli, egg yolks, Dijon mustard, and then a mix of canola oil and Calabrian chili oil.
So we have a spicy aioli.
Lemon juice, salt, and the microplaned garlic. Smoked paprika.
This thing is a flavor bomb right here, dude. That's gorgeous. Silky, creamy, velvet.
We're just gonna scoop some risotto balls, make a little
Make a little punt, fresh mozzarella, into the flour, into the egg wash. And what do you got the breadcrumb seasoned with?
oregano, and black pepper. Once the balls are ready, we freeze them, and it helps just get a more even cook.
You get an even cook.
Now we're gonna fry the arancini for about 5 to 8 minutes at 350 degrees. Salt. Calabrian chili aioli.
Gorgeous.
Now we're just gonna garnish with even more Parmesan. Make it rain.
Brother,
Thank you.
do the layer thing, man. I love this. A little sweet, a little sour, a little... Go.
Okay, there's a lot of things going on here. When you can fry it to where it tastes baked, not oily, you have a nice, light, tender, flaky, fall apart. You look at it the wrong way, it'll just crumble. You've got good sweet, and you've got great texture, and you got good salt. But it's the spice in the Calabrian chili oil that sings all the way through, mirrored with the smokiness of that paprika.
Poet with a palate. Right here, brother.
That's it. We are done.
Arancini coming out.
The outside is just crispy. It melts in your mouth. It has the peppery, cheesy flavor.
Carbonara on 6,
The
please.
food is amazing.
One notch above everybody else's.
Drop the pasta.
The pasta is homemade.
I got a fuego on 25.
All the sandwiches are just amazing.
It's delicious.
He knows what he's doing.
Because John Atkinson's been at it for more than 25 years.
Cubano on 20.
But 8 years ago, he hit a wall.
I quit the restaurant business for a while, jump on a plane to Rome, one-way ticket.
No.
And that was it, Italy.
And that's how it started.
That's how it started.
When he came back, he opened his own joint with his new favorite recipe.
Everything is fresh. They do it right.
Southern-style pork ribs, come and get them.
He has a little bit of everything.
Like his take on fusion.
It's a Monte Cristo egg roll with Kalua pork.
Okay,
We are doing the Kalua pig Monte Cristo egg rolls.
looks like you're putting in some banana leaf.
Yeah, now we got a pork butt. Now we got one of my secret ingredients. This is a smoked salt from my buddy's little mine in Mississippi.
Your buddy has a little mime, huh?
Doesn't talk much, but rub this guy down with salt.
Okay.
Wrap it up tight, quite a bit of banana leaf. We're gonna add a little bit of water
So we don't burn on the bottom
so we
of
don't
that pan.
burn on the bottom.
In the oven?
Into the oven. 220, 12 hours.
Fantastic.
We are now making the wasabi mojo for the Kalua pig. We got some mayonnaise, a little bit of garlic, a little teriyaki, wasabi powder, a little bit of honey, sesame oil, a little fresh ginger.
Okay.
Give it a stir.
Let it set up, let some of that wasabi work its way through the mayo, and then we're good to go.
Now we're pulling out the Kalua pig. Let it cool down a little bit.
Wow, look at how much moisture is left in there. You know, I don't often do this, but I'm just gonna sample some of this.
What do you think?
Mega super out of bounds, supercalifragilistic tender.
That's right. Let's proceed. So now I'm gonna start just breaking it up. A little bit of this cooking liquid is ready to go. We're gonna assemble the egg roll. Start with a piece of Swiss cheese, sliced black forest ham, a little bit of our Kalua pig.
I like it.
A little bit of scallion. This is our teriyaki.
Okay.
A little sesame seed.
Just a little bit of egg wash to seal it,
Corner to corner. Wrap it over.
and then tuck those ends in.
Yeah, nice, dude.
Oh yeah, you're talking to a dude that makes a lot of egg rolls.
We got our wasabi mojo and our teriyaki sauce. There you go. Get down.
Take a look at that. The Kalua pig just really rocks and rolls. Green onion, the ham, the cheese, and a little bit of the,
Wasabi mojo. I just want to hear you say money.
that's like bank.
Bang.
I mean, there's money and then
Nice,
there's
dude.
bank.
Kalua pork egg roll.
The sauce complements the pork, melts in your mouth. Delicious.
This place is awesome. And you are having the Fuego burger.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever it takes.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's called moving in, I think.
I got fries on this, please.
Good amount of marble in there.
It used to just be a butcher shop, and then they expanded into the restaurant.
Cheddar brat tray with 2 brats.
The food is very high quality. The meat itself is amazing.
I mean, who knows meat better than a butcher?
And here, John and LJ Shalhoob are second and third generation. Your dad started this?
Yeah, the meat company. We converted it from just the meat company to the more restaurant side of things.
And that's when Chef Cosmo joined the team.
Fire 2 mole tacos.
The mole chicken tacos are great.
The homemade tortillas are awesome. With pickled onions they throw on top, really hits the spot.
What are we making?
We're making mole chicken taco today.
Chicken thighs.
Boneless, skinless. We're gonna make the dry rib. Garlic granules, salt, brown sugar, black pepper.
We'll get the chicken, dry brining.
And then grill it the next day.
We scratch making the mole?
We sure are.
Abuela chocolate and the whole thing?
Not a chocolate-style mole. This is a really simple chili-based one with tomatoes.
There's so many different moles. It's like saying curry.
We're gonna toast our chilies and spices, puya, guajillo, and ancho. Allspice.
That's a lot of allspice.
Black pepper, cloves, cinnamon sticks. We take tomatoes, onion, jalapeno, cilantro, garlic, bay leaf, and cumin, toasted chilies, and then all of our spices will go in, toasted almonds.
Chicken stock. How long are we gonna let this cook down?
2 to 3 hours. Bread goes in near the end to thicken, vinegar,
salt, brown sugar.
And then we're gonna blend it up.
Wow, that's a lot of flavor. Next step?
Salsa Mexicana, roasted Roma tomatoes.
Roasted garlic.
Onions, jalapenos, cilantro, water.
Last step?
Make some tortillas.
Why wouldn't we when we're in an old butcher shop?
Maseca flour, corn flour, lard, salt, egg yolk, baking soda, baking powder. And then we take this over to our stand mixer, slowly add our water, let it sit for about an hour, and then we ball them up.
Press them, flat top, hold them, 2 with an order.
I appreciate the help.
Absolutely, same team.
We'll add our cut chicken to our mole.
My mouth just started to water.
Pickled onions, cilantro, queso fresco.
And the salsas on the side. Mole is dynamite. It reminds me of Christmas spice. That's a completely different mole than I've had. It's spicy, but not hot spicy. You know you're eating something different. But I'll tell you what the thing is, Chef, that I really get the biggest kick out of is this corn flour tortilla. I want a quesadilla in that tortilla. Delicious. Dynamite mole. I mean, the whole thing. Well done, my friend.
The chicken is really tender, like juicy, and the taste of the mole is really sweet.
That's just a perfect blend of spice and cinnamon.
Coda Street wings for you.
How do you describe to people when they're coming here?
The atmosphere is amazing. Anything on the menu that you try is gonna be good.
It brought a lot of life to Santa Barbara.
Used to be fisheries and whatnot, and those fisheries used to let off a little smell. And then it slowly
many years ago
evolved
was
into
this?
this art district.
35? We've been here for 49. We're getting the hang of it.
Sweetheart burrito for you.
It does have a Thai background, but I can bring anyone here and they're gonna find something that they love.
That's because when Nadia Ajluni took over this joint, she was looking to make everyone happy, including herself.
Combining all of my interests, hospitality, cooking, business, music, bringing people together, this seemed like the perfect job. Thank you guys for coming in.
I'm here during lunch, late night. It's a great place to hang out, great food.
The Toc Burrito is delicious. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. You got a burrito, but it also still has their signature fried rice in it.
Just the way that it all balances together is super fun.
What are we making next?
Our Toc Burrito.
Well, walk us through it.
Tri-tip, oyster sauce, crushed garlic, black pepper.
How much you spend a month on black pepper in this place?
Oh, you know, quite a bit.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, garlic salt.
Mix that together, and how long do we let that marinate?
For about 15 minutes.
And we'll go to the flat top and cook it off?
Next, we're gonna make the Toc sauce.
Let's see it.
Fish sauce, soy sauce, lime juice, water.
Shallots?
Exactly.
Just shallot it out when you know it.
Thai basil, mint, makrut lime leaves, sambal.
Red chili flake?
Here comes some sugar or salt?
It's sugar.
Sugar.
Rice powder.
That's done. What's up next?
Wow.
The basil mayo that's gonna go on top of the tortilla.
Hit it.
So we got the base mayonnaise, garlic oil, Thai basil.
Maybe some pepper.
You think?
Garlic salt.
Fresh garlic.
We're ready to put it together. Let's see it.
Okay.
The tortilla goes down. I like the way this is looking. Except she's only making one mark, so
I
that'll be
noticed
fine.
that, so I'm sorry.
I'm gonna add the rice to the beef, green onions, cilantro, spring mix, Toc sauce that we just made.
Where's the basil mayo going? Right on here?
That's right. Add all of the content for the Toc Burrito.
Look at that. She's a pro.
Done this a few times, I think.
Then add it right here.
Looks beautiful.
Just gonna cut it.
It's so funny because I didn't want 2 halves, but that's fine. I'll have 2 halves.
Beautiful.
I love the toasted tortilla. The fresh herbs inside of the namtok, also inside of this veggie mix with the baby greens, that herbaceousness, the fresh crunch and flavor of that sings in a different way than anything that's cooked. You get this tender but seasoned beef. Those are kind of like the little surprises, those little nuggets. I've been to 3 restaurants today. I'm eating that burrito like it's the first thing I had all day.
Oh, damn it.
The Toc Burrito is spice of life, hands down.
Order up, chicken adobo grilled cheese.
Belly and Snout is hands down one of the best spots in Koreatown.
Oxtail chili dogs.
It's delicious. The flavors are addicting.
I don't always get Filipino food, and when I want it, I have to come here.
We're in Koreatown, but this is Filipino.
Yes, Filipino-American.
Which means since 2014, owner Warren Almeida has been mashing up American faves with traditional Filipino flavors.
Chef Warren, he knows what he's doing.
He's doing the Filipino people proud.
Order up, sisig hot dog.
Sisig is different types of porks. The belly, the snout.
On top, a traditional American hot dog, and then garnished to perfection.
How do you say it again?
Sisig. All right, so this is the pork snout, and this is pork belly. Put a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, and then add the water.
How long is this gonna simmer?
About 3 hours.
This was a traditional dish.
This is a traditional dish. It goes well with beer.
Everything goes good with beer. So we've got our cooked, cooled pork snout, pork belly.
And now we're gonna grind it for the sisig.
Now what?
So we're gonna add the bell peppers, jalapenos, red onions. And then we're gonna throw on the flat top.
Where are we at now?
So this is the garlic crema. This goes on everything. A little bit of oil, a bunch of Fieri garlic powder, and a ton of salt. I'm gonna cook it off for about 20 minutes.
Really? So it's almost gonna caramelize?
Yes.
Mix it with the crema?
Yeah, grade A sour cream.
No grade B here.
All right, this is the sisig hot dog. Beef hot dog, garlic crema.
Whoa.
The sisig.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The pickled red onions.
Beautiful.
Sliced red radish. Green onions, calamansi.
Whatever that is.
It's a Filipino citrus. We grow in our backyard.
You grow that in your backyard?
Yeah.
And some chicharron.
And then more crunch.
The snout's what it's all about. It eats bigger than probably any hot dog I've ever had. The dog itself is really good. The pickled onions play in the garlic sour cream. Definitely adds some flavor, a little acid. But that sisig right on top, it's crunchy, it's tender, it's unctuous, it's fatty. It's just a really nice compliment to it. I want a whole sandwich of that.
It has so many layers. Every bite, you get a really good combination of stuff.
Order up, longanisa grilled cheese.
I've been following Chef Warren since he had his food truck.
And even though he traded in the streets for a structure, he's still keeping that original vibe alive.
You're still picking up from the window.
Order up, pork and over grilled cheese.
Oh, the grilled cheese is so bomb.
The oxtail tater tots.
So good.
Full rack of pork ribs.
Bludso's is so great because they serve the best barbecue.
Brisket with baked beans and mac and cheese.
The barbecue is a good mix of California and Texas.
Half a chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens.
Saw it on Triple D a few years back. Kevin's got a big personality and it comes across in his food for sure.
How y'all enjoying the food?
That's California native and pitmaster Kevin Bludso, who learned everything he knows about barbecue from his Texan grandmother.
Granny had a little small shack in Corsicana, Texas. Every summer, my mother and father would send me down there. Smoked ham hocks, Granny's gravy on there.
What year was it? 2013?
13, baby, yeah.
Did you think this is where it was gonna end up?
You never know. Do your barbecue, just don't do no bad barbecue. Slab of ribs, sauce on the side.
The ribs are good, and it's just consistently good all the time.
It's a good-looking rib. To me, that's kind of like pork skirt steak. You're talking about fat and muscle, but huge flavor. So give me the rundown.
Okay, a little brown sugar, white sugar, seasoning salt, chili powder, granulated garlic, coarse black pepper, cumin, cayenne pepper, oregano, granulated onion.
All right.
Gotta mix that up. We're gonna rub it down.
You're gonna let it set up for 24 hours?
24 hours, in the cooler for 24 hours.
That's the way to go, man. Temperature are we running?
250.
250 for how long?
About 3.5, 4 hours.
I'll tell you what, this is a righteous rib. All that flavor just coming out of that bone, onto that pork. Man. All this is your grandma's recipe?
All of it. Give me 2 pounds of the LA rib tips for the Triple D Nation.
I've had the ribs plenty of times, but I also love them in rib tip form.
All right, walk me through what's new.
So this is our rib tip.
Now, rib tips were a famous thing back in the day.
Yeah, still are. They're smoked, then fried, then we sauce them up just like a buffalo wing. First, I like to just mustard them down as a binder. All we season these with is garlic, salt, and coarse black pepper. So we're about to put these in the smoker at about 250 with post oak and pecan. They smoke for 2 hours. We let our wood do all the work, you know, because you want the smoke. So now we got our rib tips smoked. We're about to cut them up and fry them up. Put some of our homemade sauce on them. A little hot sauce, a little barbecue sauce, a little garlic, and a few other things. Get a nice coat on them. Order up.
Here's the thing I love about. I love my wings really well done. I don't want them to be fatty and chewy and gooey.
Yeah.
I want them to have some crisp to them. That's what's happening here. You've smoked them, the flavor's going all the way through, and then you're rehydrating them with this buffalo sauce, so you get all the texture, all the smoke, all the flavor. They're fun to eat. That's delicious.
LA rib tips with baked beans.
They smoke them slow and low, right? They're always tender, juicy, lean, and with that hot sauce. Oh.
I thought it had a really good kick, but it wasn't too spicy.
I found the LA tips. Order up.
Can I buy this by the pound?
You can buy that however you want it. By the pound, by the bucket, by the pickup truck, however you want it.
By the pickup truck.
Back up in there.
Chilaquiles over easy in the window.
Wilma and Frieda's is the place to be. Everything is from scratch.
Blackberry French toast up.
I was on the original episode. I was able to let people know what a great spot it was. Comfort food, but with a delectable twist.
Mustard chicken sandwich ready with tots.
The food's amazing. We used to drive to Palm Desert specifically to eat there. So when they opened the Palm Springs location, we were just doing backflips.
And it was that enthusiasm that convinced Kelly McFall and her brother Craig Alexander to open their second location.
We knew we wanted a bigger place, and we fell in love with this location. It's right in the heart of Palm Springs.
So what is the restaurant? What do you guys do?
It's breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
Wilma and Frieda is our two grandmothers.
Are your grandma still with you?
No, they passed away.
Did they know about the naming?
Wilma did.
That's why it's Wilma and Frieda.
Yes, we had to put Wilma first.
Scratch made?
99% of everything is done from scratch here.
From breakfast, lunch, and then amazing homemade pastries that you wish you knew how to make at home.
Breakfast, blueberry tart.
I had the breakfast tart, and it was so delicious.
Short rib melt.
The short rib melt is amazing with the cheese and the crispiness of the bread.
Short rib melt coming up.
Give me the rundown here.
So we start out with the boneless short rib, black peppercorn, garlic clove, bay leaves.
It's a lot of bay leaves.
Ground thyme, kosher salt, a whole gallon of burgundy red wine, mirepoix.
Now you're gonna get all splashy, chef.
All your blue shirts get splashed.
Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, I'm a fan of all of your blue shirts.
You got some issues, son.
This is a strong beef base, and we braise it overnight at 250 degrees.
What are we into now?
We are making pickled red onions, red wine vinegar,
water, whole bunch of coriander,
black peppercorn, crushed red pepper flake, bay leaf.
You and your bay leaf. It's like me and my blue shirt.
That's it. Kosher salt. I let it come to a boil.
Onions go in, steep for an hour and a half.
Short ribs are finished braising.
That is pull apart short rib all day long.
Right.
Strain the jus.
Burr mix the mirepoix.
That is music to my ears.
And I reincorporate it back into the meat.
Now we start to make this melt.
Typically sourdough bread.
All right.
Monterey Jack cheese, 6-ounce portion of short rib, pickled red onions, saute the arugula right behind it.
Got it. Cook it all up, add it together. Short ribs tender. Arugula's a really nice touch. This guy's got it.
I got French fries for the short rib melt.
Our #1 seller, hands down, of anything. And now between both locations, 800 to 1,000 a week.
Can't have a lasagna without a marinara. So we got our fire roasted Romas, tomato paste, some Italian seasoning, garlic powder, minced garlic, red wine vinegar, salt, pepper, and some onion powder.
Let this cook down
for about 20-30 minutes until it gets nice and married flavors together, and then we give it a quick blend. All right, we're gonna make our ricotta. Feta, cream cheese, sour cream, basil, oregano, salt and pepper, garlic.
And whip this, whip it real good. What are we doing with sweet potatoes?
We're gonna slice them, and then we're gonna start stacking. This is gonna be our ragu.
So the ground beef,
diced onion, Italian seasoning.
Got the garlic deglazed with the red wine.
We're gonna dump our marinara in, give it a good mix. potatoes on the bottom.
Sweet potato.
We're gonna take our ragu.
Now the funky ricotta with the feta.
Party cheese.
3 layers of this monster.
We're gonna throw it in the oven, 350 for about an hour and a half, and it is ready to rock.
There you go. That's a super scooper.
Extra marinara on there with our party cheese, and we're gonna fire it in the oven just to melt the cheese. There's our sweet potato lasagna.
Dynamite. Your sweet potato holds it together. You got a hearty marinara. That's all of the lasagna you want with none of the guilt of the carb of the pasta. Out of the park, buddy. Well done.
Thank you.
Brisket sandwich up for Vivian.
Kurt pays attention to every single detail.
Selling 1 brisket.
It is just the most incredible barbecue you'll ever have.
All from the back of a souped-up rig towed by real-deal chef turned pitmaster, Kurt Aldridge. You're bringing in old-school low and slow barbecue on the stick burner.
Yes.
That is the least easy thing in the world.
I serve 2 days a week. It takes me the rest of the week to get ready.
You're an animal.
Let's do a whole hog.
The ultimate whole hog, it's always a favorite.
We got bacon, sausage, and pork.
Mouth-watering goodness.
What is the dish making?
This is for the whole hog.
You make the bun, you make the bacon, you make the sausage, you make the pulled pork.
Yes. Making the dry rub for the pork butt. This is a brown sugar.
Kosher salt.
Vietnamese pepper.
Vietnamese pepper?
Vietnamese. It's hot. Be careful.
Fresh ground is what I love about it.
Garlic powder.
So this goes, what, 24 hours?
24, 48. Then we let it air dry in the refrigerator overnight, and then we hit the smoker.
And what are we smoking with?
100% almond wood.
What temp are we running at?
190 for about 12 hours.
Low and very slow.
Wrap it in Texas peach paper, put it back in the smoker for another 6 hours until it comes to 180 degrees.
Next step.
Mojo criollo. Red onion, garlic, orange juice, lemon juice, lime juice, oregano, salt.
And a little bit of oil. All right, kids, grape drink.
Are we ready to shred?
Hit it. Look at that bark right there. Great smoke on it.
When we add this to it, it really brightens the whole thing up.
The acid, the orange, the garlic, little kiss of the oregano balances out the sweetness and the char and the smoke. Delicious. Next step, what do we build?
Sour sausage.
Let's go.
Fermento. It feeds the bacteria that causes the transformation from nitrate to nitrite.
Out of my pay scale, chef.
Dextrose adds another level of tanginess. Cayenne pepper, Korean red pepper, coriander, dry mustard, Vietnamese pepper, caraway, paprika, salt,
granulated garlic,
a little pink salt.
Mix this up.
Some pork that we grind in-house.
Now we'll go into the sausage casing, twist them up.
Put them in the refrigerator overnight, and then smoke them in the smoker.
190.
4 or 6 hours.
If you don't have enough work, why don't you make bacon?
Oh, you are. Salt, Vietnamese black pepper.
No kidding.
Pink salt, little sugar.
How long are we gonna let this dry brine?
5 days. Then it's gonna go in the smoker.
Everything's 190.
4 to 5 hours.
Cool it, cut it. What do we got going?
House-made barbecue sauce, some oil, onions in the pan, little garlic, apple cider vinegar, tomato paste.
Not starting off with a ketchup base. You're gonna just chef this thing all the way through.
Brown sugar.
Worcestershire, liquid smoke.
Salt, allspice, ground cloves, dry mustard, Vietnamese black pepper, cayenne.
Little water.
Simmer it for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna blend it up.
Bacon's done, sausage is done, and the bun you made.
Yes.
Pickled veggies, carrots, cauliflower, a little turmeric in that. You make your own pepperoncinis?
Yes, we actually grow those. We have a local organic farmer.
I'm out.
House-made sriracha mayo.
Yeah, there we go.
We split a sausage link.
Some of the pork shoulder with the Criollo sauce on it. House-made bacon.
Oh, man.
That's all you need to serve, bro. That gives me goosebumps. Bacon's delicious, rendered enough. When you're working with such few ingredients and such simple equipment, your discipline and your expertise have to be spot on, which they are. This is high-level barbecue.
Whole hog sandwich up for Jeff. California shawarma's ready for Joey.
The flavors they got at this food truck is amazing.
It's like I'm back home visiting my family in the Middle East.
Cutting the beef for the Wagyu shawarma plate.
Everything's on point.
And has been ever since Brian Zito canceled his cell phone career plan to become a shawarma man. Who taught you how to make shawarma?
One of the first times I saw shawarma being made was on Guy's Big Bite.
That gives me goosebumps, dude. And now he's rolling out like a pro.
What separates it from the other food trucks is the flavor of the food, the mix of spices.
Fattoush wrap going on the tortilla.
The fattoush chicken shawarma wrap has blown my mind. There's a sumac dressing on there.
With lettuce and all the good fixings.
There's a little homage to Southern California with tortilla wrap instead of like the pita.
All right, we're gonna do the marinade for the chicken shawarma. Bucket of water, Greek yogurt, lemon juice, salt, dry thyme, allspice, ground ginger, 7-spice, paprika, granulated garlic,
turmeric for some beautiful color,
onion powder, Aleppo pepper.
And cumin?
then- yes.
Beautiful.
And mix it up and put it with our chicken. We use a leg and breast.
Wow. So it's a pterodactyl leg.
We butterfly it, so we can stack them bigger.
The chicken is rolling.
It's gonna take about 45 minutes.
What are we up to next?
The dressing for the fattoush salad.
Hit it.
Garlic paste that we just made.
Sumac, little mint,
Salt.
red wine vinegar,
Lemon juice.
and then emulsify that oil into it.
Sure.
Now we build the salad?
Yeah. Romaine, cucumbers, tomatoes, red onions, radishes, green peppers, fresh mint, sumac, and then fresh pita chips that we made.
Salad's done, dressing's ready.
Slice the chicken right now.
Look at that. It's raining in Flavor Town, folks. So tender, so rich. Your slice is awesome because you just get a ton of the crunch. You are such a culinary gangster.
All right, now let's make the fattoush wrap. So we're gonna put some of the lettuce down, chicken shawarma on top.
Garlic paste needs to be bottled and for sale to go.
Then we're gonna wrap it up.
Beautiful.
Now we're gonna put it in the panini press.
Wrap it and cut it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a culinary rainbow of Flavor Town, folks. I want wallpaper made out of that. Love the radishes in there. The little added extra crunch, the bell peppers, the cucumbers, delicious.
Chicken shawarma going on the fattoush wrap.
The chicken is so tender.
It's like the perfect blend of juicy and the crunch.
I love it. Definitely one of my favorites.
When people say to me they want to have a food truck and they want to have a restaurant, they want to get into the business, it's kind of like 90% want it, 10% can make it happen. You're one of those people that has a discipline, has a palate, has the drive, has the inspiration to make it work. And dude, you're making it work and then some. You're looking for the real deal? It's right here, Shawarma Guys. When you think about a burger joint, well, you're probably thinking the all-American burger with the shake and the fries and the whole giddy-up, unless you're here in San Diego. We're two dudes from Germany who got out of fine dining. Well, these cats will make a burger out of just about anything. You gotta check out Tioli's Crazy Burger.
Kangaroo burger
Kangaroo rare, gator.
and gator burger.
It's fantastic. They have ostrich, all kinds of crazy.
Including the sauces.
Chutney, fruit, the wine-infused pears.
Orange glaze.
A very sweet sauce. This is fabulous. Where did that come from?
From Chef Lothar Mann's
Sauerkraut on potato salad, yeah?
and his buddy, Wolfgang Peter Schlick.
Let me ring you out.
Two restaurant guys from Germany who wanted to put a twist
Venison burger.
on an American classic.
We just wanted to be different. Here we go.
So they took over an Italian place named Tioli's.
Ciao, Bella.
You said if we keep the name Tioli's, but we're just gonna throw Crazy Burger on the end.
We started with 1,000 burgers a month, and now we're doing 7,000.
7,000 a month.
I've got the gator burger.
I get to eat alligator burger and you don't. What part of the alligator is this?
Man, this is a sirloin. First, we cut it a little bit smaller.
Anything else going in there?
Nothing.
Nada. Ground up gator. Do you ever serve tater with gator?
No.
James Spader likes gator. Okay, so you get a little pat. So you can just keep making them like that, but that's a big one.
Yeah, this is 7 ounces. You can eat it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's like the surface of the sun, brother. Whoa.
We put the burger on. This side is not so hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, where it's white. Not so hot there.
Now the homemade season. This is salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder.
And that's it, just a little tickle.
For the gravy, we make a little bit water first.
I don't know that I've seen many gravies start off with just water in the pan. Dried bananas and even more dried fruit. Apples, apricots, and plums.
Baby, shrimp, and curry.
All right, this is odd. Dried fruit, some curry, and a little bit of cream. That's your idea.
Yes, my idea.
Right up there with the crazy part.
Burger buns, it's a little bit crispy.
Is it ready?
Yes, we got it.
And then our reconstituted curry fruit dry. That's great. I gotta tell you, I never thought I would really like it. Look at that. That's awesome. Great flavor to it. And the curry fruit thing, you know what? That's crazy.
Actually tastes like a pork cutlet.
It seems like all the flavors meld together to make one very fine burger.
They have all kinds of burgers pretty far out there.
This is the kangaroo burger.
We have the meat from Australia. It's also really lean, 90-10.
It's a marsupial.
Yeah.
Big word for me. So not a lot of pressure on it so it doesn't become tough.
No.
So this is ready to go?
This is finished.
Same thing, put it on that nuclear hot grill.
Let's put it in the grill, yes.
Magic seasoning, salt, the pepper, the paprika, and the garlic.
This we serve with horseradish cream, mayonnaise, half sour cream.
Okay, a little bit of horseradish. All right, I like the way this is going.
Some salt, white pepper.
All right.
Another black one on the lemon juice.
There we go. And the white pepper so it doesn't, the black pepper, it would stand out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to see this on a baked potato.
You turn this here.
One of the things I talk about when you're cooking burgers, use really high temperature. If you want to let it go farther, then put it to the cool area, but sear both sides. Really put a nice crust on it.
Your burger?
That's it, huh?
Have fun?
I don't know that I've...
Try it.
Try it.
Try it.
Yeah, you try it too.
Okay.
Right now on Triple D, someone's enjoying the burger a little bit more than the host. Princess bite, crazy bite. Great flavor, not overcooked. Horseradish cream sauce is dynamite on there. I like that. And so do you.
Of course I like what I cook. Oh, sorry.
It's getting out of control.
It's very lean. It's very good.
It's very unique. If I didn't know it was something different, I would think it's hamburger. They have best burgers in town.
The burger, it's an all-American thing.
Look at this.
And remember,
There we go.
served up by a couple of dudes from Germany
I need a brie.
in an old Italian restaurant.
It's a crazy variety.
You think? Ostrich with lemon chive cream sauce?
It's got a good balance to it, a little tanginess to it, just mellows it out.
And check out the venison.
It's mildly gamey, but I think it's offset by the sweet cream and the wine-infused pears they put in it. It's really quite good.
One Santorini.
Santorini?
Half lamb, half beef. It's exotic.
Greek. It's a half-pound lamb, half-pound beef.
Oh, how big of a burger is this?
2 half-pound burgers.
You give 2 out, so you have to order it with a friend?
I like 1 too.
Oh, we're gonna share this one.
This we should.
Oh, I like the way you roll. So you're a lamb lover, huh?
Oh yeah, all thing with lamb. I love it. The salt, pepper.
What's gonna go on this?
On this we make a tzatziki sauce. It's a Greek tradition.
Sour cream and yogurt.
We have cucumber, fresh garlic, a fresh mint, a little bit salt, white pepper, and the lemon juice.
And you let that set for a little bit to let the flavors marry. That's yummy. You just love to flip the burger.
Yes, I'm the over flipper.
You're the over flipper.
Yes.
That's what they call it. Look how juicy that is. That's awesome. The tzatziki and the lamb and the beef. Man. That's it.
And the sauce, it's amazing.
The lamb and sauce, all together, it makes a really great burger.
It's not like your regular burger joint.
You look for a black and white car in a parking lot, you know you got a good place to eat.
Everybody loves a good burger.
Good eats, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Give me the pose.
We live down the street. We pay the sunshine tax and the Marouche fee, and it's so worth it.
I've had a lot of Lebanese, Armenian food. This is easily the best.
And it stayed that way even after Haikui Tatarian took over from the original owners in 2018. And she brought in her mom, Nellie, to run the kitchen. So how long had the restaurant been here?
Since '82. The original owners were retiring. She called me and said, would you like to do this thing?
Today I had the beef shawarma, and I am the happiest boy in the world. I killed all of it.
What are we gonna have, chef?
Beef shawarma, vinegar and white wine, oil, allspice, 7 spice, black pepper, cardamom. We have salt, onions, bay leaves, lemon juice. Now we're gonna put our meat in it. It's tri-tip.
How long will we let this marinate?
2 days.
And then we'll put it on the skewer.
Yes, small pieces first, so the bottom will be narrower. Now we're gonna top it with the fat.
Continually basting itself as it cooks, I got it. And an onion.
There we go.
All right, now we throw this on the rotisserie.
Yes.
How long will it stay on the rotisserie before we're ready to start slicing?
20 minutes.
That fast?
Wow. So we're ready to make hummus. Yes. Cooked and cooled garbanzo beans. Tahini.
Wow.
Salt, garlic.
Or lemon juice?
Lemon juice, olive oil. Mix it with hands.
With hands?
Yes.
Squeeze the beans.
Squeeze the beans.
Kind of break them down a bit, sort of a layering and blooming of flavors. So you create this really beautiful experience.
It's like she's doing interpretive dance. When do they go to the food processor?
After they rest a couple of hours.
And then we add more lemon juice, more
Yes.
salt, more olive oil, and more tahini.
Yes. This is onions and sumac.
And parsley. And a little tahini.
We're gonna cut the...
Can I do it?
Yeah, sure.
It's the holiday carving knife that's my favorite part.
There we go.
Is that enough?
Yes. We're gonna put some here and your bread. Start building.
Kidoki. It's really light and fluffy.
Yeah.
I feel so warm up from the shawarma.
The flavor of the lemon is incredible, and
Yeah.
how it sort of tenderizes the meat.
There's so much flavor in the meat. And when you get that hummus with it and the pilaf, that's a meal right there.
Beautiful. This is the way I want to eat 5 nights a week.
Delicious.
Beef shawarma.
You can't come here and not have the beef shawarma. The meat is so juicy and it's so tender.
The hummus is smooth and creamy. It's got a ton of flavor in it.
There's something very special about this restaurant. It's fresh, it's delicious.
And this the disancian.
It's not the Americanized Chinese food.
This is right up there with my mom's food.
And they're Wendy Lee's mom's recipes, which she started serving when she took over this more than 70-year-old Portland icon.
This is northeastern Chinese food from my hometown, Dongbei cuisine.
What is the most popular Chinese food from Dongbei?
The dumplings.
The dumplings I would call plumplings because they're so plump, just delicious.
The seafood and pork dumplings have like a whole shrimp in them. I could just eat a whole plate of them. They're so good.
We're gonna make dumplings.
This is a seafood dumpling, pork, leek, shrimp.
We're gonna make the dough for the dumpling.
Add water to the salt.
Okay.
That's a high gluten flour.
High gluten flour.
Soybean oil and water.
You just kind of mix until you see it the way you like it.
Yes.
We knead it?
Yeah.
Let it rest.
20 minutes, about 3 times like that.
3 times. We're gonna knead it.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna make the filling. Pork butt.
Be careful, it's very dangerous.
Talk about making it traditional. I bet you it's gonna taste awesome.
You want to try?
You want me to? Oh, I get.
Wow, so fast.
A little bit of water.
That's my secret. Make it juicy.
Soy sauce.
Oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, ginger and a green onion.
Chicken base and salt.
House oil.
Seasoned. So it does have the Szechuan peppercorn.
Yes.
Because I get a little bit of that tingle on my tongue.
Soybean oil.
I can see how smooth and creamy that is. And then a lot of leeks. There you go. This is when you're gonna show me the magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just ridiculous how fast she does it. I'm gonna screw this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good.
Not bad for a rookie.
The meat.
1 shrimp and press with both hands. How are we gonna cook them?
Boiling water. 6 minutes.
This just in, they're gonna be hot. Oh, that's my kind of portion. Come on.
Do you know how to use chopstick?
Of course I know how to use them.
Oh my.
I thought it was dumpling on a stick, no? And what is in the sauce?
Garlic and soy sauce. So, are you okay?
You understand this is like my kryptonite. It's so good. Juicy, you get the tenderness of the shrimp, still get a little crunch of the leek. The noodle that wraps the dumpling is the key. It's that pillowy, soft, but not too thick dough, combined with all of the fantastic ingredients inside of it and this delicious dipping sauce. Outstanding.
Seafood and pork dumpling.
The dumplings are just like little pillows of heaven.
And every time I come, I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna get the one kind of dumpling.
And I'm not gonna eat them all.
Yeah, but I get the 3 kinds. It's 15, and I do eat them all.
Yeah, I just had that problem today.
So good.
Where are we at?
We're gonna make the Buddha burger. It's a turkey burger. It has different textures to it and different spices. Cumin, curry, it's delicious.
So we're starting off with ground turkey.
Yeah. Salt and pepper, curry powder, some cumin.
This has a little bit of an Indian flair, I'm taking it.
Kind of zen.
Kind of zen?
Yeah, it'll make you feel good. Soy sauce, chopped garlic. You got fresh ginger, garlic chili sauce, chopped red peppers, cilantro, green onion.
Then we'll let this marinate together.
Yeah, we're gonna squeeze it all up, make it nice and together.
We're gonna squeeze it up, make it nice all together. So let's patty it up to get it on flat top.
All right. We're gonna cook it for about 10 minutes. We're gonna take the slightly toasted sesame seed bun and spread sweet chili mayo on it. All right.
Okay.
Then we're gonna top it with the Napa cabbage, slice of tomato.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll do the burger.
There we go. There we go.
Some bean sprouts, fresh red pepper, and some sprigs of cilantro. There you go.
That's a gorgeous looking burger.
It is good.
I get burned out on just the same burger.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is a complete departure from it. It's built like a burger, but that's about the end of it. The rest of it is turning into this Mediterranean flavor-based, not overdone. Like if someone says, well, I don't like curry, it's just too much. You just got a nice hint of it. The Napa cabbage and the bean sprout make everything come together. Great burger, not dried out. Turkey's easy to dry out.
Yeah.
That is a delicious spot-on burger. Well done.
All right, the Buddha burger.
You don't see too many burgers that have curry on it, but I just love it.
It's a really good turkey burger, and I don't always eat turkey burgers.
Avocado fries for you, ma'am.
Farouk and Salima are fantastic.
Whenever you walk in here, you're treated like you're one of the family.
This is my hangout. I love beer, burgers. There's no better place in the valley.
I like this. So you got the whole family working here. You make these great burgers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Get these eggs going poached here.
This restaurant is absolutely amazing.
It's an alternative to like traditional breakfast lunch places.
I have the chula fritters.
What makes the food here so good?
The different spins she puts on it.
And the chef doing the spinning here is Catherine Gonzalez, who didn't have to go far from home to find her inspiration.
I'm using recipes from Mom, and then I kind of infused it with some of the things I learned. Mom's red chili, chilaquiles.
The chilaquiles are fantastic. I could eat those every day.
The meat is so tender. The sauce is complex and flavorful.
So what are we making?
My mom's chilaquiles. We're gonna make the rub. Salt, garlic powder, paprika, onion powder, and cumin. And it's gonna go on the pork cushion.
Braising liquid?
A little bit in the bottom, yep.
Go in the oven, 250?
Whatever the oven's working at during the day.
It just goes in there.
Yeah,
you can't wreck it. Next step?
Red chili.
Red chili.
California chili.
Okay, California chili. I know my chili. Oh,
yeah, you do
come on
know
now.
your chiles. Break off the stem. The seeds, when we dump them, we save them. We make our chili oil.
So we're gonna rehydrate these, a little warm water.
Leave them on the stove an hour and put them into the blender. A little bit of that water that we cooked them in.
Hot tub and flavor tub.
Then, just a little bit of water to thin it out. Crushed Mexican oregano.
Cumino, onion, the garlic, and the salt. Next up.
We're gonna make date and onion jam. Grapeseed oil, sweet white onion, dates. Add sugar to this, water.
All that precise measurement that goes on here.
You like that?
And an immersion blender that's gonna get messy. I'll be back there. That's like culinary napalm. Sugar and dates, that little sticky burny.
We're gonna let it cook down. So now we're gonna make the mom's chilaquiles.
Okay, so.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so.
Okay, so.
Okay, I got you. Grapeseed oil, sweet white onion, or house-made corn chips. Put the red chile sauce on top.
Right.
And then the pulled pork.
You should call this dish next of Ken. You're gonna be calling mine.
Green onion, queso fresco.
What avocado slicing is that method? Here, how many do we give it?
We give you like 3. Ay, guy. Ay, Dios mío. Do the microgreens, chili oil on
That you made from the seeds that you kept?
Yep, and a little bit of onion jam.
For the wrong people, there'd be an egg on this.
There would be an egg on that.
Going for a personal best right now, and it's so hot. That was more like a pig eating. The chile sauce, it's silky, a lot of chile flavor. You do this really dynamite pork, you go a little bit extra with that. The chips are nice and crunchy. The jam is just that kind of that funky little twist that makes it yours. That's the next level.
Ricotta nudie for Guy.
It's kind of a mixture of casual and upscale. Every dish tastes of another country.
Chicken taquitos for the patio.
The service here is great, vibe is great, drinks are really good too.
Korean chicken wings for Donnie.
It just hits all the marks.
And it should, because Chef Antonia LaFaso learned from a lot of the greats in New York and LA before she set out on her own.
I had this moment where I was like, I want to do food that represents me.
And your way of doing things is know everything about it, compose it to a plate, and live it.
I feel like you're my avatar. It's like you see me. Seriously.
Let's plug our hair in.
Plating hamachi crudo.
The hamachi is one of our favorites.
So you've got the hot broccolini, and then you've got the cold hamachi.
It's absolutely delicious.
We're gonna make hamachi crudo?
Yes. So hamachi, I'm gonna just cut it down the side. Can you do me, here, hold that real quick. We're gonna break this down and dice it up. That's it.
All right, next up.
All right, so now we're gonna make our yuzu ponzu. First, I'm gonna smash my jalapenos. Thai basil, just break it. Yuzu.
Yuzu a lot of this?
I yuzu a ton of it, actually. Fresh orange juice, tamari.
What did you use yesterday? Points on the cricket.
And then finishing with just a little bit of sesame oil. Whisk, and we let it sit for 2 days.
What are we working on next?
Tempura batter for the tempura crispy broccolini. All-purpose flour, rice flour, cornstarch, kosher salt, baking powder, bubbles. So once we have the right consistency for the tempura batter, we're gonna add the broccolini, and then we can fry it.
All right, next up.
So now we're gonna make a shiso aioli. Go. Shiso.
I don't get it.
Like she's so, whatever. Okay, lime juice.
No, you're not liming to me, are you?
Ginger vinegar, Serrano's pickled ginger.
Got it.
2 cloves of garlic, some lime zest.
Shiso.
You had your chance. gonna blend all the liquid together. Mayonnaise in, done. Now we're gonna build the dish. It's spicy, it's limey.
All right, let's build this dish.
The yuzu ponzu to the hamachi, Thai basil, mint, and then it's just about building the dish. So that shiso aioli, and then tempura broccolini, the fish.
I'm trying to play it cool right now, but my mouth is just on 5-alarm water drill.
Black sesame, green onion. So what I would suggest, or I'll just let you eat.
Oh, that would be a good call.
See, I'm actually nervous right now for you to taste like a dish that I just made, because even when you and I are on shows together, like you don't really taste my food all that often. You taste it in pieces, but like then I just made this for you. Is it good? Do you like it? Do you hate me? Do you think it's gross? You love it? Try it.
You hit all the marks here. Fresh, eclectic. You're giving crunchy, you're giving supple, you're giving raw, spicy factor, sweet factor. I mean, just check the box. It is delicate and balanced. That would compete with any Japanese restaurant on any level.
Thank you.
The hamachi crudo.
The tempura breading is amazing.
Nice crisp crunch.
The surprise broccoli in there is very good as well. It's perfect.
One jambalaya.
Just totally unlike anything else you'll find in LA.
I have catfish nuggets for the gentleman.
If you want a touch or a taste of New Orleans, Harold and Bells is the place to come.
This restaurant has been in the same family for 47 years.
Going back to 1969, when Louisiana transplants Harold and Mary Belle Legault opened a dive bar serving up gumbo and po' boys. Now 5 decades and 2 renovations later, grandson Ryan's still cooking up the Creole.
All 4 of my grandparents are from New Orleans. I have a very Creole last name, Legault, L-E-G-A-U-X.
The only people that have X in their name are people that come from Louisiana. I don't find much Cajun Creole food in the West Coast, so when I came here and I met this guy and I tried the food, I'm like, you're the real deal, brother.
Large gumbo.
The gumbo is one of my favorite dishes. Sausage, chicken, crab.
When I think of making true gumbo, I'm thinking of all the goods. All right, buddy, fire it up.
Seafood stock.
Okay.
What we're gonna do next is put in our trinity.
In the French cooking, you have mirepoix, which is the onions, the celery, and the carrots. And in Creole cooking, you have the peppers, the celery, and the onions. Have you ever heard the term filet gumbo? This is the ground up sassafras leaf.
Creole seasoning, ground thyme.
Okay.
Ground basil, dried parsley flakes, more black pepper. We had some in our Creole seasoning already. We like more. More granulated onion, more granulated garlic.
Okay.
We're gonna let that cook down, and then we're gonna add our roux, thicken it up.
All that in there?
Most of it.
The roux's the key, baby. Next up?
Some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, seasoned with
Harold and Belle's Creole seasoning.
Beef hot links, diced pit ham, smoked sausage.
Really key.
You know, a lot of recipes in New Orleans, they use andouille, which is like a combination.
Right.
Spicy and smoked, so we just do it with 2 different sausages. Blue crab, this is another key for the flavor. We're gonna let this cook for probably about 45 minutes.
In the last 15 minutes before service, we'll drop the shrimp.
Drop the shrimp in there.
Okay. Oh, looks fantastic.
All right, guy, you ready for some gumbo?
Do it.
Make sure you get you some blue crab and some shrimp on there. A little parsley.
Look at this gumbo. It's not thin like stock. It's not heavy like stew. That's fantastic. You pick up that seafood, even though there was just a little bit of that blue crab. You get velvety texture coming over your tongue from that sassafras and getting it from that roux. Oh, I just sit here and eat it all day.
A small filet gumbo.
The gumbo is amazing. The spices, the flavor.
This is Tara and Kara. Tara's on the culinary team for Guys Grocery Games, and this is Kara, who's actually one of our editors and helps develop the show. So since you both have such wide range knowledge of the food, take it away.
So the gumbo here has 2 types of sausage, and one's light and fluffy, and the other's got like a nice bite. I love both.
Having a little bit of soul and a little bit of spice in the heart of LA is a nice balance.
Jefferson Park area was a stopping off point for a lot of people that had moved from Louisiana. And Harold and Belle's was kind of an anchor for people to come together.
It's like a little hidden gem in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I wouldn't even known it was here.
Good buddy of mine, Walt, one of our camera guys on Guys Grocery Games. Tell me what you think of the food.
It's incredible.
Crawfish etouffee ready.
Shrimp and crawfish smothered in this beautiful gravy sauce.
Okay, now we're into the etouffee.
Right, we start with the roux, canola, and olive oil. Once our oil is hot, we're gonna stir in our flour. So we want this roux to kind of be a brownish color, kind of like the color of peanut butter. When the roux is at the temperature we want it at, we're gonna add our trinity.
Our red and green bell peppers, our onions, and our celery.
Correct. Harold and Bell's Creole seasoning, ground bay leaves, some minced garlic, hot sauce, granulated garlic, some more paprika, cayenne pepper, not too much. We have some ground basil,
okay,
some parsley flakes, some black pepper.
Worcestershire?
Yes, sir. A little bit of extra Creole seasoning, and we're gonna stir it all in.
The roux's starting to tighten up.
We're gonna add some tomato soup.
I don't know that I've seen tomato soup, but I'll give it to you.
Shrimp stock.
Okay.
Let this simmer for about an hour.
And then
we're gonna add our crawfish.
Oh, it's gonna work for me.
Let that cook down, get the crawfish flavor get in there. About a half hour is all you need for that. Then we're gonna add the cream of mushroom soup.
And that's how it was made 40 years ago? This is old school right here.
We cool it down and then heat it up to order.
Because if you held it hot, it would just sit there and continue to cook down.
Extra crawfish tails, our etouffee is nice and hot. I'm gonna put it in a bowl for you guys. We'll just put a little parsley on there.
Tight, but not too tight. My buddy Kim Gardner, and this dude's Cajun. Kim, what's up, buddy? And this is the first time I had real etouffee. And there's so much flavor going on in this. All the spices, I mean, you're just talking deep and rich and creamy. And you get nice little tender crawfish inside of it. Crawfish is an intensified shrimp flavor and a great meaty texture, kind of like lobster. You'll love this.
Shrimp and crawfish etouffee.
Really, really incredible crawfish.
It's spicy, but not too spicy.
It always delivers every time you come.
You're sticking to the traditions. You're upgrading the program where you can, and you really embody this. You really celebrate it. Fantastic.
A king mushroom burger, going medium.
How do you explain this joint to people?
I tell them it's the best burger out here.
I got a cheeser and a bistro.
There's special dishes that you can't find anywhere else.
That's because here, Greg and Belinda Rangel, along with their son, Ruben Reyes, are serving patties their way.
Unique combinations, kind of more gourmet, juiciest burger you can have.
Well, you got me at hello on all that.
Sounds good.
They grind all their own meat. The flavor, the texture, it's just really, really delicious.
Lobster go down.
Have you been to this place before?
I have, and we have been back here multiple times.
Favorite burger?
The surf and turf. That's my gangster move.
The surf and turf burger was just out of this world. The richness of the buttery lobster with like the high quality ground patty.
It just melts in your mouth.
All right, chef, let's see it.
So next we're doing our lemon aioli for the sauce for the lobster burger. Some egg yolks.
Don't be like that.
I heard you're a big fan of eggs. This is our preserved lemons. We wedge up some lemons and we'll toss it with some salt and sugar, a whole clove, and let it sit for about a week till the rinds get nice and soft.
Okay.
Garlic puree that we make in-house, some Dijon mustard.
Is that also made in-house?
I wish. Salt and pepper. Slowly start adding in our oil. Add a little bit of water.
That's great.
So this is one part of the sauce that's going on top of this surf and turf.
Yeah, and the surf and turf has 2 sauces.
What's the next one?
The romesco.
Dude, you make a lot of sauces for one burger.
We start with the piquillo peppers, some of our garlic puree, our house-made croutons.
How about you just tell us about the things you don't make?
Salt and pepper, sliced almonds.
That you did with a razor blade?
Parsley. We also dry in-house.
If you do, I'm pushing on the flat top. Do you really dry it in-house?
Yeah. Yeah, we chop it up.
That's it. Let's go. On the flat top. Over there. Just so you know, come on down. We're also making air. Purifying water, creating electricity.
So next we add 75-25 oil and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Take that for a spin, add it into our lemon aioli.
Precise measurement?
Oh yeah, science of eyeballs.
All right, chef, final sauce for this out of the 98 sauces we're making today.
This is our garlic anchovy aioli, egg yolks.
From his pet chicken.
Yeah. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to that.
Anchovies.
Decent amount of our garlic puree.
Decent amount.
Add in our oil, kind of just like our basic aioli. Add a little water.
Finally, 19 sauces later, we can build the burger?
We can build it.
So are we going hoity-toity, Patty?
Yes, sir.
What cheese are you gonna get?
This one gets brie. Our potato bun, garlic anchovy aioli, frisee lettuce, add our patty, our lobster, romesco aioli, put some crispy onions on there, and we'll top it off.
Wow, look at that. I'll let you go first since you're in the way.
There's so much big flavor in this. With the romesco, the brie, the anchovy aioli, then on top of it with the lobster, a very sophisticated burger.
Your flavors all coincide together. They work together very well. Good texture to it, too. That's the real deal right there.
That's the one.
Great job, chef.
Nice job.
This is pork sisig fries.
I love the way the pork tastes.
Back in 2010, they started mixing Mexican with, get this, a sour pork Filipino dish called sisig.
Filipino food is something that people are trying to get acquainted to. Not many people know about it, and Senior Sisig is doing a great job introducing it to the general public.
And this basket of spicy chicken goodness
Adobo buffalo wings
gives another dose of Filipino flair.
It's very reminiscent of what we used to have at home.
Adobo is a Filipino dish?
Yeah, chicken adobo.
Fired up.
Got your chicken, drumettes, and wings, soy sauce,
Sugarcane vinegar,
garlic, bay leaves, crushed peppercorn, a little bit of salt. Yeah, mix it all up.
How long is that gonna marinate?
About 5 hours.
You marinate them, then how are you gonna cook them?
So usually I hard bake them halfway.
Okay.
Just so I don't burn all that soy sauce in the deep fryer.
Right.
Holds in a lot of that flavor.
And then what kind of sauce we put on the outside?
We're doing a Adobo-Glazed. All right, we got the olive oil. Coat that pan up. Garlic, peppercorn.
You and your bay leaves.
Bay leaves. Let's get all those flavors out. Soy sauce. Sugarcane vinegar. Got some chipotle peppers. Ketchup. Yep. Honey for that sweetness. Brown sugar. Cayenne pepper. Red chili flakes. Worcestershire sauce. A little salt. Cook this down for about 15-20 minutes just so you can get all those flavors in.
Got a little cornstarch slurry?
A little slurry to thicken it up.
That'll help tighten it up.
And got some water just to balance it out. Let that boil, probably come together. Now we're gonna throw these shrimp chips in the fryer. 15 seconds, 350 degrees.
And they're
just gonna pop up. So once they're,
oh! That's like mad ninja skills.
All right, we got a seasoning right here. It's still hot, so it soaks it right up. All right, put these down as a bed for our wings.
Okay.
Now we're gonna take our wings.
Nice and crispy.
Take our Adobo-Glazed. Squirt them in there. Now we're just gonna toss them up. Little sesame seeds. Finish off with a little green onion, lemon zest garnish. There you go.
I can't figure out the flavor. All of a sudden I got soy sauce, now I get chipotle. Now I get a little bit of the garlic. Now I get sweet.
Yeah.
The wings are cooked perfectly. Well, big wings, great crust to them, and the shrimp chips as accompaniment. Right on.
For sure.
Not too sweet, not too spicy, not Asian, not Mexican. Just Senior Sisig.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, my friend.
Adobo buffalo wings.
The glaze on the wings is sweet and spicy all at the same time.
Just one of the most flavorful menu items that they have. You gotta run out and get it.
This is the only place we go to for Mexican food in town.
Chile relleno goes with the salsas.
The ingredients are fresh. They make their own sauces.
And it's been legit since you started coming 20 years ago.
Yes.
The food here is very similar to my hometown.
Probably because Felipe Castaneda and his wife Lisbeth have been serving up authentic recipes from their hometowns for decades.
What type of Mexican food is this?
Zacatecas, Jalisco region.
Okay.
North Central.
Our food is not too heavy in spices.
What are the key dishes?
The pollo en pipián.
Pipián on the pollo.
I've had the pollo en pipián many times. You can taste the pumpkin seeds, the spices.
They always come with some nice rice and beans. It's really good.
Okay, chef, what are we making?
Pollo en pipián.
So chicken and pipián is the...
Pumpkin seeds. We start with the chicken.
Water.
Garlic, tomatoes, onion.
And then chicken breast, bone on, skin on.
For flavor, the salt.
And how long are we gonna let this cook for?
An hour 30.
What is the next step?
The pipián sauce. Toast de guajillo. Then the chile de árbol.
Of course, is the spicy.
The California.
And is the pipián sauce more like a mole?
Yes, it is. Toast them around until we start coughing and sneezing.
You can smell them right now.
Now we soak the chiles. Next, pumpkin seeds. These are more delicate.
Gotta keep an eye on it.
The smell tells us.
Yeah, when it's time to go. Pumpkin seed with the shell.
They take a bit longer.
Right? And then the blue corn. The way he does it. So we have the chiles now rehydrated with water.
Some chicken broth.
And this is the stock that we cook the chicken in, correct?
Correct.
Let it go crazy.
We put the oil.
Cook that off like a steam bath in Flavor Town right there.
Chicken broth.
The pumpkin seeds and the blue corn, are those gonna get mixed with some water?
Some chicken stock and water. Yes.
And then puree that.
We thicken it.
With the seeds and the corn. How long will it cook?
35 minutes.
What are we making?
Salsa for the Mexican rice. We start with tomatoes, garlic, salt,
onions, okay?
Water.
And bye-bye.
Now we go with the rice. Stir the rice until it gets kind of a brownish color.
That's what's gonna make it nice and flaky.
Add the salsa.
Chicken stock?
Cook 30-35 minutes. Now we're going to plate the pipián.
Okay.
Beans. To the salamander.
Doing it old school right there.
Shredded chicken.
Okay.
Into the hot chicken broth.
Coming over hot. Look at that nice flaky rice like that.
And the chicken.
I can't wait to try this.
Pipián.
This sauce is gonna be legit. What is this here, chef?
Salsa Doña Diabla. We do that from scratch.
All right. Good looking tortilla. The freshness of the tortilla is really good flavor. The chicken is tender. The Diabla. Hello. The sauce is hot. And the pipián, it's got the flavor of the enchilada, but the richness of the mole. Outstanding. The rice is nice and light and flaky. The beans are creamy and silky. That's got to be something you could serve to your mom. I mean, legit.
Pollo pipián right here. Pollo pipián tastes a little spicy, but really good.
Probably about a minute left on that, Willie.
Church is in session. Where do we start?
Got that dough starting to rise up in there.
It's a beautiful building, but the food's even better.
Get a hot pie.
What does everybody think about having a pizza joint in a church?
Everyone's like, in a church? You gotta go check it out.
It certainly was a heavenly sight for Chad and Cinnamon Nemec when they spotted this place for sale while visiting from Austin.
We went home from our vacation. 2 weeks later, came put a contract in. And
Was it intended to be a house or was it intended to be a pizza joint?
I wanted a house. He wanted a pizzeria.
It really, really is beautiful.
The building was built in 1912.
It's on the National Historic Registry.
Who's the pastor of pizza?
Adam.
Where'd you learn to cook?
Just had a passion for craft things. Prodigal Pig wrapping up right now.
The Prodigal Pig's kind of a twist on a classic Hawaiian pizza.
All right, so what are we gonna jump into now?
We have a pork butt. We're gonna be smoking this and turning it into pulled pork for our Prodigal Pig pizza. Score the pork butt.
You're tickling it. Scoring is like really cutting into it.
A gochujang sauce.
Salt and pepper?
Absolutely.
We're gonna bind this up?
This is a boneless pork butt, so I don't want it opening up on the smoker.
Gotcha.
We're gonna be smoking at 225, roughly 10 hours. Free it from its twine, break it down, sauce it with some gochujang, ready to go on some pizza.
I assume we're making some dough.
Absolutely. Some bloomed yeast and water.
What kind of flour?
A hard red wheat.
What gluten level?
13.5, and then a little bit of salt.
Let it mix.
2 minutes.
How long is this gonna get a chance to proof?
About 24 hours.
Whole.
Punch it down, and then let it rise up again for another 24 hours.
Got it.
Portion, ball, let it rest.
What's next?
Our kalbi sauce. Black pepper, brown sugar, garlic, green onion there, ginger, grated yellow onion, sesame oil, mirin, soy sauce.
That's gonna get tight enough to be the sauce on the base?
Yeah.
Next up.
Pineapple slaw.
Pineapple on pizza.
I know it's a great debate.
Actually, I don't care.
Okay.
Honestly, it's your pizza. Put on what you want on it.
We got some ginger here, shallots, chopped cilantro, pineapple, serranos, add a little bit of heat.
Mix that up. Are we gonna make this pie finally?
Yeah, let's do it. Gonna go ahead and grab a dough ball here, stretch this out.
Look at the elasticity of that. That's awesome.
Let's build this pizza.
Kalbi sauce.
Fresh mozz, gochujang pork here, little fontina.
This is burning 700, 800 degrees.
Yes, sir.
And you should be able to cook this off.
About 2 minutes or so.
And what are we burning?
All white oak.
All right. Boom. Beautiful. You can just hear the crust.
Pineapple slaw, pickled onion on top. And there we have a completed Prodigal Pig right there.
That's all she wrote. It's dynamite. That crust is so light and airy and fluffy. The balance that you create with that pineapple slaw, because you're getting a lot of heat from the serranos and the jalapenos, with the acidity from the onions countering the brown sugar that you have in the kalbi sauce. That's what gives it the balance and the harmony. I know I'm preaching to the choir on, but I gotta confess, it's excellent pizza.
Gochujang pulled pork going on.
It's a spin on a Hawaiian, but way, way better because you have that smoky deliciousness of the pork, and the kalbi sauce that's on that gives that a little bit of sweet and tangy at the same time.
The pizza crust is incredible.
German fried rice.
I've never seen Korean-German combination before.
It's food that literally you can't get anywhere else.
Korean fried chicken with French toast.
Koreatown obviously has a lot of different fusion places, not German and Korean.
But that didn't stop owner Neil Kwan from playing matchmaker.
Kimchi short rib fried rice.
What gave you the inspiration to do a Korean fusion funky craft beer joint?
After college, we backpacked to Europe. One of the stops, Germany. If anything, I wanted to capture that vibe.
With the help of Chef Eddie Ha, who started mixing things up in the kitchen in 2011.
1 tempura fried.
He's extremely passionate about everything he's serving you here.
Drunken chicken C3.
It's called drunken chicken because they brine it in beer.
It's very moist, got a great crust on it, just perfect.
What are we making?
The beer brine for the drunken chicken.
Is that a typical Korean dish?
No, it's not.
I dig it. Let's get after it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead with the Korean beer. Height. Water. We're gonna go ahead and get that honey in there. Some parsley. Have lemons.
A lot of them.
A lot of them. Garlic, peeled. And add some bay leaf.
Bay leaf in Korean food?
No.
Just check.
Dry oregano, some kosher salt, and some black pepper.
Fire it up, and then we'll brine.
Yeah. Give that a little stir.
Harry Potter called. Wants a spoon.
Basically, we just want the salt to dissolve.
Salt dissolve, bring the flavors together, and that's our brine that we're gonna use for our chicken.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have our brine here now. It's
okay.
To room temp. It smells a little like a sweet tea, unless you want to smell that.
No, I just smell it, and then you probably push my head in there.
We're gonna go ahead and add the chicken.
Down into the party bowl. And how long are we gonna hold the chicken?
About 24 hours. So now that these have brined, we're gonna add the beer to the stems.
What kind of beer is this?
This is a Guinness, actually.
This is a dark stout, okay.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this dry. I'm gonna go ahead and season with salt and pepper and some oil. So chicken down, right into the cavity and into the oven at about 400 degrees for about 35 minutes.
Got it. Holy cooked up glazed bird. That's impressive.
We're gonna cut right down the center.
All right.
And we'll go ahead and plate that with our cabbage frisee salad and garnish it with a pickled jalapeno and pickled daikon.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
Oh, we like to do beer can chicken, but I don't think I've ever had one that's infused and has this much flavor of beer. You get some of that nice roasted flavor from the skin. Then you get a little bite of that slaw, a little bite of that jalapeno. Chef, nicely done.
Thank you, Chef.
The skin's crispy, the meat's juicy. I get it every time I come here.
How do you describe the menu to people?
Oh man, just anything and everything that pairs well with beer.
That'd be 25 types of craft beer, tapped alongside everything from kimchi pancakes to German sausage.
You will leave full, happy, and comfortable.
You want a funky joint, great beer, eclectic menu? Come see this guy.
I get cravings at this place all the time.
Barbecue nachos.
I'm here multiple times a week.
Beer is often the draw, but the food will keep you here.
Which is exactly how owners Jeff Brown and Blake Humble drew it up.
Kind of started as a craft beer bar, but we wanted people to leave saying, damn, that food's good.
So they signed up Chef Brian Lean.
You got the meat for tacos yet?
Another hometown dude who turned Jeff and Blake's dream menu into a reality with dishes like this trifecta.
Order up, craft tacos.
A banh taco, barbecue pork taco, and a buffalo chicken taco, all piled on, you got it, one plate.
Honestly, I can't decide which one to start with.
Loving it, absolutely off the chart.
How long in that waffle?
It is a combination of breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Waffle Madame.
It's just amazing.
All right, Chef, tell me about this Wonder Waffle.
First, we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients. All-purpose flour, granulated sugar, baking powder, kosher salt.
Okay.
Now for our wet ingredients, eggs, buttermilk.
So far, this just looks like a regular waffle, Chef.
Well, it's the sandwich that's most impressive. Vanilla.
We're making a sandwich out of the waffle?
We are making a waffle madame sandwich.
Cut.
Melted butter, adding our dry to our wet.
And you're making waffles all day?
Yeah, the customer favorite.
And you make the waffle to order?
To order, and then we build the sandwich. It's gonna cook for 2 minutes. All right, our waffle's done.
Okay.
We're gonna cut it in half. Swiss cheese. We're gonna cook our home fries, maple mustard butter.
So that's just the butter, the maple syrup, and the whole grain mustard.
Whole grain mustard. And our ham.
If waffle's not good enough for you, let's just cook your ham in some butter. Those eggs better not be going on there.
And our eggs. All right, our ham's hot. Move that over to our waffle. And our other half. And your favorite, right on top.
So, Chef, I know that you're a big fan of the eggs, so I'm gonna just pull this right over here and just allow that to be yours. Is it supposed to be eaten like a sandwich?
I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it.
Well, it's only about 17 pounds of food. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. The waffle should be illegal.
It actually is.
You should have to weigh in before you can eat that thing. Nice job, guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Excellent. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. Love this town. Great food town. Got my nieces up here, my buddy Pete. Come up here all the time. But you know what? I've never been up here for Mexican food. So I hear about this place. I'm ready to check it out. And then I find out all they have on the menu is tortas. You know, Mexican sandwiches. And that's the least likely thing I'd order at a Mexican restaurant. And everybody says, listen, don't judge the book by the cover, right, Fieri? Exactly. This is Güero, #1 tortas. But this is actually Mexican 2.0 from Megan Sanchez and Alec Morrison. They started out delivering tacos, but landed on this torta spot after some real deal inspiration.
I go to Mexico and I see the holy sandwich being served with all the fresh things that Mexican food has. I kind of lost my mind.
We started making them, and that kind of took off. And we were like, what if we gave this all the attention that we'd be giving a taco? Masa y papa for Alec.
What torta are we into now?
The masa y papa.
Potato and masa?
Yeah.
Oh, so a vegetarian torta?
Yes.
Huh.
We're going to start with some mashed potatoes,
Some mozzarella?
salt, oil, and water.
Okay.
And we're just gonna make a sort of rustic little dough.
I feel like I'm getting a sope with potatoes in it.
It's exactly what it's like. See that? That goes down real lightly. That was just about right. Put our chili in.
Roasted down jalapeno.
Kind of get it tucked in there. Give it another smush. From here, we hand shape it.
Could you make this more difficult?
It's a salaried position.
So I'll order this a day ahead of time.
Exactly.
Make sure that somebody can have this ready to go.
We're gonna par bake it.
What temp?
350 for 20 minutes.
Got it. And what are we making here?
Roasted tamarind tomatoes.
Those are gonna go on the sandwich?
Yes. Tuck our rosemary in. This is maybe the least traditional thing we do here. Some avocado leaf that we're putting in. Habanero. Garlic. Diluted tamarind paste.
This is weird.
Bit of oil, salt, and some pepper.
Roast this off at
375, about an hour and 20 minutes.
What are we on to next?
We're gonna make jalapeno mayo, charred chilies,
garlic,
salt, lime juice, some mayo.
Let's see it. Okay, chef.
So we're gonna put our jalapeno mayo on first.
We can hide behind this thing.
Tortas as big as your head, that's what we're going for.
Good, well, you almost covered that.
Okay. Once our huaraches are baked off, pan fry for about a minute, both sides, going right on top.
Wow. The tamarind tomato, I think I'm feeling lucky. I'm gonna get 3. There you go.
Queso botanero. It's like queso fresco, and it's got a little chili and cilantro. Fresh onion with cilantro and lime. Slices of avocado, shredded cabbage, and pickled onion.
And that's all she wrote. That might be one of the best vegetarian Mexican tortas I've ever had. Great crunch. It's creamy. It's spicy. It's tangy. It's rich. The acidity of the pickled onion is a must. The avocado flies right in. Then you get a little bit of fat coming through from that cheese. That's dynamite any way you slice it. Did you make chicken cordon bleu when you were a kid? Did your mom cook it for you? Okay. So right, take me through it.
Okay, we take a chicken breast and
Okay.
we cut it in half. Then we place the plastic wrap over the chicken, 1/4 inch thick. Place the ham and Gruyere Swiss cheese.
That's the tang. That's right. Okay.
There you go.
And then what do you do to it?
Roll it up,
Oh,
and we secure it with toothpicks.
man, I'd eat that if I like chicken ceviche. Most people just bake it and put the stuff on it, and that's it. But we're gonna fry it.
Right.
You
We're
fry
gonna deep fry it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna dip it in an egg.
So it's really gonna.
Then we're gonna do it again one more time.
Oh, we're gonna do this back. Oh.
Drop it.
Say hammer it.
Hammer it.
I'm the King Kong. I'm the colossal King Kong of crust.
That's good.
Mmm. That cheese really stands out.
Doesn't it?
Turkey cheddar up! Gabino's is incredible. They have big, savory crepes.
Totally different than what you would expect from a sweet crepe.
Chicken ranch is up!
Never had a crepe like it.
And that passion for creative crepes was cooked into Marcel Ramirez as a kid.
I remember being on my dad's lap, just whipping up batter.
And it ended up changing his life.
I was up to no good. I said, I gotta do things a little different here. So I just kind of started experimenting and created a non-traditional savory crepe.
Don't tell the French that they got nothing on these guys.
But good luck finding it your first time.
If you drive by, there's a chance you won't even see it.
I would describe it as a hole in the wall, tucked away, super cute in a little alley.
Then the little partial door window over here is where they serve the food out.
Cheesesteak for table number 3.
To put a Philly cheesesteak into the crepe is just an anomaly. You're not gonna see it anywhere else.
It's like perfect bite.
Now we got our cheesesteak.
You take a ribeye.
And we partially freeze it, and then we deli slice it paper thin. We have our cheese sauce.
Processed cheese.
Whole milk, a little pinch of salt, vacuum seal it up, and we drop it in hot water until it's melted.
So the ribeye shaved.
Oil.
That is thin.
Salt, pepper, garlic, and grilled onions.
Hey, so this is my buddy Mark Tadros, great chef, has the date farm here in Palm Springs.
What's up, my man?
When you told me to come check this joint out, I'm like, I've never seen crepes like this.
Marcel's a wizard, bro.
You hooked me up, brother. I appreciate it. Masterpiece.
Gonna add a little bit of chimichurri, and then we're gonna throw the Mama G, and then we got our cheese.
Dead man walking right here, folks. Everything you love about cheesesteak. Tender beef, caramelized onions, processed cheese on there, a little extra creaminess coming from the Mama G sauce. What puts it over the top is where you typically get that big cheesesteak bun. Don't get me wrong, I love. But not all the time does everybody want all that. This supports the experience, not nearly as much carb, and it gives you a whole nother level of texture. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Thank you.
2 Philly cheesesteak crepes.
The meat synergized really well with crepe itself.
It's like a symphony. This all makes sense.
Chicken Caesar up.
It's like a whole experience. I mean, you have a type of food that you can't get anywhere else, the way they do it. The service is amazing. Like, it's just a vibe.
So to have him right in Palm Springs is a gift.
Nashville hot fried chicken, but in a Szechuan Chinese ingredient style.
You got the different levels of spice, you got the different dipping sauces.
How do you explain, I mean, there's just a little chicken neon on the outside. They're only open for lunch.
That's how you explain it. Look for the chicken.
Hey, man, you guys seen a chicken in a strip mall? But when you're a proven winner, you got license to do things your own way. Tonight is a very special Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives because we are in the home of a Tournament of Champions champ. From season 4, the one and only champ, Chef Mei Lin. And she wears the belt. All right, how many items on the menu?
4 main items, and then we have some sides and sauces.
If you're gonna come and hang out with the champ, why won't you invite Chef Nate Appleman, Iron Chef Stephanie Izard, and the one and only Chef Aaron May? Everybody was excited to get in on this deal. We'd all love to know how you're making the magic, the great Sando. Do you say Sando or Sando?
Sando.
Sando, what do you say?
I defer to the champ.
All right, 1 medium Sando up.
It is the chicken sandwich you take a picture of.
From top to bottom, it's just absolutely phenomenal.
Let's get into this, Chef.
The chicken thighs are what we use for the sandwich. Pound out the thicker side. This is going into a brine. Water, salt, granulated garlic, fish sauce, buttermilk.
So we got funk, acid, and salt.
We're gonna add that into our chicken, cover it, and let it marinate for about 12 hours. This is actually for the chili oil. We're gonna dip our chicken in it. Szechuan peppercorns, black peppercorns, coriander seed, fennel seed, cumin seed, star anise, bay leaves, and cinnamon. Get all of those spices and we dry toast it until it's nice and fragrant. Once you see it,
Just stick your hand in there.
Your Hondo.
So we're gonna go into the blender.
Oh my gosh.
It smells amazing.
Fantastic.
Add my chili de árbol into the oil. Gochujang chilies. We're gonna let that infuse. Add the sugar, turn it off, and then we add in our spices. And we're gonna let it rest overnight and we'll strain it in the morning.
What's next?
We're gonna make our pickling liquid. We have our mirin and sugar. Let that reduce by half. And we're gonna get our spices toasted, coriander, black peppercorns, and bay leaves. Add it into our reduced mirin and sugar liquid. Turn off the heat, and then we're gonna add white vinegar and our rice vinegar.
Once this cools,
add this over our vegetables. Shallots, Fresnos, and jalapenos.
That's step 4 of the 98-step chicken sandwich.
Sando.
What's next? Thank you.
We actually strain that liquid from the pickled jalapenos and Fresnos, mix that together, add into our honey. That's what we make our hot honey with.
Holy moly. What are we making next? Who cares?
We're gonna do our no-heat spice mixture. Bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, green peppercorn, black peppercorns, Szechuan peppercorns, coriander seed.
Was the goal to use everything that you had in the kitchen?
Pretty much. Cumin seed, fennel seed, some clove, green cardamom, star anise. Give it a mix. Spices that we just blended up, mushroom powder, granulated onion, granulated garlic, some sugar, and some salt.
That's the base seasoning.
We actually have a lot of different spices that we add in depending on the range.
All right, so you'll make us medium right now?
we'll make you a medium. Cayenne, chili to our bowls. We'll just leave it at that. We're gonna start off by dredging our chicken, add our fish sauce into the buttermilk, and our eggs. You know when you see fried chicken, you see like those cornflakey looking things on the chicken?
Yeah.
So they're not actually cornflakes. We add a little bit of water to our flour. So just kind of rubbing it between the hands.
And you get those little chunks.
Oh, look at that.
Smart.
Into our mixture of rice flour, cornstarch, and regular flour.
Going into our egg mix and into our dredge.
What's next?
We're gonna do multiple fries. Add 325.
For the first fry.
We fry at a hotter temperature on the double fry at 375.
There's sauces.
Habanero ranch, sugar, granulated garlic, black pepper, fish sauce, habanero hot sauce. Add our mayonnaise, sour cream. So this is our ranch.
Ooh, spice.
Ranchy?
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what makes it raunchy? Fish sauce.
Yeah, agreed.
Fish sauce makes everything delicious.
What's next?
We're making our Daybird sauce. Sugar, granulated garlic, black pepper, Tabasco, Worcestershire, ketchup, Kewpie mayonnaise.
Thank you, folks, for sticking around for the 24-hour Triple D Marathon.
And then we're ready to build our Szechuan Hot Chicken Sando.
That is some crunchy chicken.
For the medium, we only do a half dip.
I'll do a medium.
Medium and an extreme. For the extreme, we do a full dip. We season both sides. We're gonna get our honey in there.
Oh, I love this out of the bun move.
Our slaw consists of red and green cabbage, chives, and cilantro, our pickled shallots and pickled chilies.
Oh, I'm rethinking my order at this moment. How do you recommend eating it?
Whatever you want to start with.
Okay.
The habanero?
The ranch.
Wow, that's so crunchy.
One of the best chicken crunches I've had. Very juicy.
I feel like I have to open my mouth real big for this one.
The full sandwich bite with the slaw, that's the kicker.
Slaw's money.
All the pickled veg in there is really dynamite.
Thank you.
I'd love that little extra honey kiss, but definitely the habanero ranch is my go-to.
Amazing ranch.
How's the extreme treating you?
He's a little redder than he was when we got here. Like, I just took a tiny bite of a tiny edge of your chicken, and I'm like, I can't even feel my tongue anymore.
It's a really dynamite sandwich.
Thank you.
Medium sando with the milk tea.
All the flavors explode in your mouth, and it's just so good.
You know what I really like about this, Chef, is the crunch you're getting with the sandwich.
Chef Danny and I have worked together 10 years.
Close here.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
The slaw is so good, I would eat it by itself.
One more no heat coming up.
Perfection. Saddling up to this counter to eat together is really fun.
Your mystique as TOC champ has made this an outstanding visit. Come down here and let the chicken talk for itself, and it has. Thanks for having us.
All right, so I'm about 45 minutes outside of San Diego, California, hanging out with Troy Johnson, one of my favorite Triple G judges. Now, Troy, where are you bringing me?
All right, now San Diego is right here in the extra like terrestrial solar system. This is way out in the middle of nowhere. San Diego was starving for barbecue. It had absolutely nothing. It was the moon of barbecue.
The moon of barbecue? Troy, it's a half-hour show.
You're just gonna like it, man.
This is Grand Ole Barbecue.
It has good southern barbecue, which you don't get in San Diego often.
It's Central Texas barbecue, to be exact. And it's in owner and San Diego boy Andy Harris's blood.
My dad's from Texas. Spent a lot of summers in Central Texas area eating good barbecue. So I got a smoker, just trying to duplicate those flavors. I wanted to bring Texas to San Diego.
Eventually teaming up with Chef Ami Cisneros on a new kind of jam.
We really tried to marry both barbecue and entrees into one. El Bracho beef rib.
This thing elevates barbecue to the next level. From the buttery polenta to the queso and pickled onion relish on top, it's just insane.
What are we gonna make?
So we're making the El Borracho beef rib. We just season it with butcher grind pepper and salt.
Now, how hard is it way out here to find good help?
It's not as hard as I thought.
You got one of the best dishwashers, I'll tell you. Oh, speaking of which, we need him. Hey,
Yeah.
Troy, let's go. We're doing the show. Come on, hurry up. Oh, we just wanted you to say hi. Go back. Get back to the restrooms. Troy Johnson, food writer here, Washington. I mean, this must be a classy joint.
Yeah.
Into the smoker?
Into the smoker.
How long?
4 hours.
And what kind of wood are we using on the smoker?
White oak.
Next is the chorizo for the...
Queso.
Got it.
Ground pork.
Some cheese and meat grease.
And this helpful culinary tip brought to you by Cheese and Meat Grease.
Some minced onion.
Garlic and jalapeno.
Ground paprika. Ground ancho. Guajillo. Espresso chilies. Argentinian salt. Toasted coriander.
Smells like a sinus clearer.
So we're making the queso. We're gonna start with the roux. Butter, flour, beer. It's a Mexican lager. Heavy cream.
It's a low-fat dish. It's like mouth Pilates.
Mouth Pilates. 1 point of Troy being funny.
Shredded cheddar. Smoked Gouda.
Oh, that's so Gouda.
And American cheese. And then chorizo.
Like 5 Super Bowl parties in a pot.
Next, what do we have?
We got a relish, too. Pickled red onions, shallots, serranos, cilantro, lime zest, then the lime juice, extra virgin olive oil, corn chips. We crush them to order. Salt and pepper. Just mix it up.
Okay, put the dish together, sister.
Put the beef rib on top of the polenta,
Oh, that's tiny.
queso, and we top it with the relish.
Don't even grab anything, Troy. You don't need it.
I'll wash the dish when you're done.
Great smoke, nice bark.
Boy, that sounds really delicious.
Each bite gets better.
Really?
What I did is I first just started with the barbecue. Now I'm enjoying some of the queso and the relish.
It's delicious. I like just...
It's fantastic. The fresh relief that you're getting from this corn chip salsa is dynamite.
All right, let's get in there.
This elevates the barbecue to another level. I've done a lot of barbecue joints. I've never seen anything like this.
And that relish is totally San Diego, too. That Mexican flavor, those serranos in there.
That's legit.
Angel hair pasta.
We're down 2 or 3 times every week because it's our favorite restaurant.
Chicken parmesan.
I don't like it. I love it. It's better than my Sicilian grandma's.
Wow, someone's out of the will.
Authentic Italian's been headlining this joint since 1980, when Chef Jim Colcassi's parents, Jim and Rosine, made it a family affair.
Everything is absolutely amazing. I've never had a bad meal here. Ultimate Burger, Reuben, table 6.
How long you worked here?
All my life, basically, since
Your mom's place?
1980. My mom's, Rosine.
Really?
Yeah.
Is your mom Italian?
Yes, Sicilian, actually.
And if you time it right, you'll catch Rosine herself helping out in the kitchen.
This is definitely a family. You couldn't get any more family than this.
They're always walking around to make sure you got everything you want. You're going to get a wonderful home-cooked meal, a wonderful portion.
Here's your minestrone.
Tell me about the minestrone.
Minestrone's off the charts.
The minestrone soup is one of the locals' favorites.
We're gonna make our minestrone soup.
Okay.
We start with top brown. Then
Do we get hot?
No, we start cold. Watch.
I'm getting a little freaked out right now, but I'll go with what you got.
Dry red beans, granulated garlic and onion.
Hold on, how many cups of granulated onion and garlic?
A lot. Sugar, oregano, sweet basil, black pepper, bay leaves, white pepper, tomato paste, beef base. Then we add water.
Okay.
We give it a stir, here we go. And then we add our diced tomatoes and our tomato sauce.
This is, without question, one of the craziest minestrones I've ever seen. No other veggies.
No, this is the first part.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Okay, don't rush the song.
We're gonna let this cook for about 4 hours.
4 hours.
Now we're ready to pull out all the beef.
Okay.
All right, just put it on a pan. All the beef's out.
You let this cool down before you shred it.
Exactly. Next step will be we add celery, carrots, zucchini, onions, and cabbage.
I like where this is going. Now, how much longer are you gonna let this cook?
Till the vegetables are tender, about an hour. There we go.
You take all this meat now, shred it,
Shred it, yes.
and throw it back in. All right, Jimmy, dish it up.
A little pasta in.
Okay. So I like the pasta's not floating in the pot thing, because that always drives me nuts.
And then we top it off with Parmesan cheese. Start your meal.
I love the cabbage in there, the shredded beef, not something you typically find in minestrone. A nice rich broth. I mean, the whole thing.
Great.
It's delicious. But I want to call the real boss in. Rosine, are you back there? Now, this is the authority. Got a lot to be proud of, girl. Very nice to meet
Thank you, Guy. Very nice.
And look at her. I mean, to the nines. The hair, the bling. We have a rule that there is no, you can't wear more bling than the host of the show. Oh, my gosh.
Minestrone.
Can't wait to get in your mouth. As soon as you taste it, you know that it's absolutely homemade.
Here's your lamb shanks.
It feels like home. You get good cooked food. It's real hearty, fills you up.
Come down Friday. That's when she's here, making the cakes.
Have a Grand Mound Trio ready?
This place is pretty unique.
For Jalapeno Summer. Thank you.
The meat is what we come here for.
Either bring your meat to get cured and fixed up or to come have a great sandwich.
Jalapeno Summer. Oh, I'll take.
So you took over right then when your dad passed, and then you guys met?
I was working at the brewery.
The brewery did start here, and
Yeah.
then now it's at a bigger facility.
Yes.
But from the menu that I saw, you scratch make just about everything.
We make all the meat here, except for our turkey.
You always know you're getting a fresh head of meat on your sandwich.
We come in for the beer and stay for the food. Hot pastrami ready to go out?
The hot pastrami on rye is another one of our favorites.
You know that it's going to be good pastrami. You see it's nice and red and smoky. All right, so we are going to do our pastrami
All right, so corned beef cure.
and pink curing salt. This is top round.
After he gets the 8 injections.
Goes into the tumbler.
Okay, 5 hours, bring them out, and then dry rub them.
Yes. So we got coriander, garlic powder, paprika, brown sugar.
Cracked black pepper.
Yes.
Pound the rub into it.
Right into the smoker. 6 hours, 140 degrees to 175 degrees.
It's raining pastrami in Flavortown. So thin, it only has one side. This has got a good amount of smoke, a good amount of coriander. And the brown sugar, nice little kiss.
Put down our buttered rye bread, provolone cheese, and our Swiss cheese, mayonnaise, and mustard. And then the meat goes on the bread, and we'll top it with sauerkraut. Here is our pastrami.
Beautiful.
Some mayonnaise and mustard.
This is genius. That is marketing right there. How many people come and have the sandwich and they go, you sell these?
Quite a few.
I want to try them all. But let me just finish this up. Toast on the bread is money. The slice on the pastrami is a perfect to where there's texture, but not so thin that it's just falling apart.
Not judging.
Provolone Swiss combo, great. And the right amount of sauerkraut. You do everything right, excellent sandwich. Well done. Now go fry the sausages.
Pastramis are coming off.
It's really bold, a little bit juicy too. Nobody does it quite like Julie does.
The little addition of the couple pieces of pepperoni to remind you of what this place is really about is awesome.
What do we have?
All right, this is our Polish sausage. And next is the jalapeno summer sausage. That's one of my favorite ones.
That's dynamite.
Teriyaki.
What you expect of pepperoni with a little sweetness to it?
Triple hot.
That's got a little bite.
And next is the garlic.
It's not the date night sausage.
Definitely not. The Hawaiian style pork loin.
It's definitely a destination place that people seek out.
This is amazing what you guys are doing. Congrats to you. Pulling up the bootstraps and getting after it and look at the empire that you guys have built. It's been fantastic. Thanks for coming to Dick's, Northwest Sausage and Deli. Bye-bye.
I love food. I know that's pretty evident. But there's particular types of food that I really dig, and pastrami's one of them. I'm talking about old school, real deal pastrami. The kind of pastrami you get on the East Coast when you go to Katz's Deli in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So if you're on the West Coast, I hear you gotta go to San Carlos, California, right between San Francisco and San Jose, and check out this joint, The Refuge.
Swiss mustard.
Everybody is over the moon about the pastrami here.
The Reuben.
It just really literally melts in your mouth.
What do you think of this?
It's the best.
Like you'd have a wedding cake made out of pastrami.
Oh, yeah.
Must be the ingredients or the love that they put into it that makes it fantastic.
It's a little bit of both, because owner Matt Levin's been working to perfect his recipe since he was 16. And the pastrami old guard was no help.
Deli guys they'll kick you right out of there. I had to figure it out myself.
So he brought in his own heavy hitter, Chef Michael Broyle.
Tell me he doesn't look just like a culinary assassin.
To give old school pastrami a try on the West Coast. And they're piling it up high on this sandwich.
Have the toasted slaw 19.
The flavor's just amazing. You can't beat it.
So what are we gonna make?
We're gonna do the toasted 19, our pastrami sandwich.
So it brines for a week, then it gets coriander and black pepper, and then it gets smoked with hickory. Okay, we're gonna throw it in the steamer now?
Yes. Okay, first we're gonna get the drip pan because we're gonna use this for the lacquer that we're gonna make later.
The water?
The lacquer.
All right, fire it up.
Well, we gotta steam it for 4 hours.
Steam it for 4 hours. Mother Mary. Okay, somebody should get in some heavy sponges, because this, wait till you see this. Don't have anywhere to put that, you can put that in my car. Look at that, just tender. Michael, that's outstanding.
Whoa. You put the drippings in the pan, brown sugar, black pepper,
and a cup of coriander.
Correct. Then we reduce it.
We're gonna reduce it more?
Yes, by half, because it's making a lacquer.
A liquor. Okay.
Let's do this. Then we trim off all the fat.
Look at that.
What I do is I section it off, dip it in a lacquer, and we slice it.
For every sandwich?
Every sandwich.
OMG. This is a different level of ridiculous.
So now I'm toasting the bread on the flat top.
Okay.
Okay.
Filled it.
We got Russian dressing, coleslaw, Swiss, and then we put the meat on. There you go.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. You can be a hardcore New Yorker. Nothing's gonna prepare you for that. It's that good, man. Really nice toasted rye. Perfectly brined, smoked, steamed. It's that good, I'm not kidding you. Night-night.
Roast beef hash, too.
It's homemade.
It's always good. They know what they're doing.
They is Joan Sampson,
Twice bread granola.
who started in the biz at age 10, running a snack shack out of her parents' garage.
Stuffed French toast up.
Then college took her down a different path.
I went to Rutgers University
What'd you go to Rutgers for?
for law.
You're an attorney?
I have a law degree.
Breakfast polenta.
But instead of taking the bar, she opened up some restaurants, including this spot in 07. Doesn't matter what you do, end up back in the restaurant. They just suck you back in.
Hot roast bundle, please.
It's just phenomenal.
We're gonna do our slow roasted pot roast. It's wrapped in oyster tortilla with polenta and potatoes.
All right, well, let's get it going.
All right, we start by searing chuck roast in butter.
So we're seared off. Next step.
Then we add the mirepoix, which is celery, carrots, onions, herbs, rosemary, my favorite.
Little thyme, bay leaf, peppercorns.
Thank you.
Wow, and a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic.
This is the stock from the last time this was made?
Absolutely.
I like the way you're rolling. And how much wine are you and I gonna drink?
And then salt and pepper.
Okay, wow.
Then we tuck it all in.
How long are we gonna cook it?
4 to 6 hours.
Got it.
275.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we're making polenta potatoes. We've got mashed potatoes that we mix with organic polenta. We put them in the salamander to get that nice, crisp top on it. Take the pot roast out of the oven.
Got it. It's looking sexy. Here we go with the potato polenta. That's nuts.
And then a layer of caramelized onions. Find some great pieces for you. Pour gravy inside, fold it, flip it.
And yet there's more.
Top it off with gravy. I'm gonna
Got
make
it.
it healthy
There we go. We're gonna waft it with some lettuce.
with a little bit of parsley.
Thank you. That just changed it all. The gravy is ridiculous. Creaminess of potato, texture of the polenta, the rich pot roast. It is a power bomb of flavor. Warning, don't eat this and drive. This is a coma item. So I'm here in the southwest area of Portland, Oregon to check out a place where the chef came from a long background in the corporate world. And finally, one day he said he's gonna break free. That's right, he's gonna do things on his own terms, do things his own way. He's gonna cook from his favorite seasons and his favorite regions. Wait a second, that'd be a perfect name for a restaurant. This is Seasons and Regions Seafood Grill. So what are we gonna make?
Northwest Seafood Cioppino.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna make our cioppino broth first. Olive oil, carrots, onions, celery, puree garlic, thyme, pepper flakes, black pepper, ground fennel, marjoram, oregano, bay leaf, kosher salt.
Next up,
sugar, red wine vinegar, red wine, lemon juice, basil puree, anchovy paste for a little more fish flavor there, clam stock, tomato paste, diced tomato, crushed tomato, water.
How long is this all gonna cook down for?
2 hours.
I assume that you're able to just mix in the seafood that you like when you have it, when it's fresh.
Yes.
What are we running today?
We're gonna top it with a Dungeness crab cake.
A crab cake goes on top?
Yes.
That I haven't seen.
Pre-cooked onions, egg, roasted red pepper, parsley, Tabasco for heat, Worcestershire
Worcestershire.
sauce, Old Bay seasoning, Dijon, and now
Local Dungeness?
Yep.
Just a little binder of the breadcrumb. Make that into one big crab cake for me, and that'll be fine.
there you go. So we're gonna give our ring just a little spray, some panko, the crab, and then panko on top.
We're gonna pan fry this?
Actually, we're gonna deep fry it.
Time to build it?
A little clarified butter, salmon, little rockfish, salt spring mussels, white wine, lemon juice.
Some of the cioppino base that we built. Fantastic. Mussels are open.
A little more salt, pepper, a little parsley.
Smells fantastic.
Crab cake, chive on top.
And that's all she wrote. That's really good. That broth is fantastic. Typically, when you have cioppino, you like to have some bread or something to dip it into. And this crab cake on top is perfectly crunchy, which would be kind of like the crusty bread going into it. Works incredibly well. Thank you, Chef, for wrecking it, because this is what I'm gonna expect now is a little salty, crunchy crab right on top. Something I didn't see coming, but I definitely would eat all day for the rest of the week.
I'm here on Northeast Broadway in Portland, Oregon, just a few minutes from downtown. Now, this is a pretty busy street. Matter of fact, my fraternity brother Pete that lives here says he's been up and down the street a million times and never stopped to check this joint out. That's too bad, because I hear that they are doing the real deal, off the hook noodles. This is Frank's Noodle House.
Even better than anything I've tasted in Asia.
Just authentic and fresh. When I'm in the neighborhood, I always stop by.
You know, it's fresh every day. They do it by hand.
Chicken noodle ready.
The chicken noodle dish is wonderful.
Today we cook homemade noodle with the chicken.
Are we gonna make the noodle?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. All-purpose flour.
Yeah. This one.
Get out. How long do you need this for?
1.5 hours by hand.
We could open up a gym. Just keeps taking it, folding it over, just creating all that gluten, so it's gonna give it the elasticity and the chew, the texture to this noodle. Who gets the punishment of making the noodle?
Me. Every day.
That guy's got a gun.
How long do we let this rest?
10 minutes. We need it again. Let it rest. 10 minutes later.
Okay.
Need it again.
Let's rest it.
Sure.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Good night. And this is to...
Yeah. Okay. Olive oil.
And after resting for an hour, it's ready to cut.
That big? Like spaghetti gone wild. Okay.
This.
Okay.
Fold it. Fold it again.
Okay. That one's terrible, Frank. Now we're gonna make the chicken for the chicken noodle?
Yeah.
Okay. Breast.
Yeah, chicken breast.
A little bit frozen, nice and thin. I like that. Cornstarch.
Egg white. The salt.
A little bit of dashi.
Yeah. Then you mix up.
And how long does this marinate?
1 hour.
It's like a rocket ship in Flavor Town, baby. A little bit of oil.
Chicken.
Bye-bye oil.
Then we use soybean oil.
A little bit of garlic. Cabbage.
Yeah. Pepper. Celery.
Green bell pepper.
Onion.
Green onion.
Put the chicken in it. Chinese pepper.
Red chili powder.
Soy sauce.
Look at that. Hot and fast, baby. Oh.
Is it terrible?
Yeah, Frank, this is bad. I better get this all away from you. This is it, you guys. You just taste some nice, fresh vegetables and these handmade noodles and the simply marinated chicken.
light. Veggies are still crunchy.
Is it right?
Delicious.
Oh, okay.
Here in our hometown of Santa Rosa, California, Hunter and I have been rolling to this place for years. Now, there's all kinds of great Mexican restaurants in this area, but for some reason, between the story, the people, and the great food, La Texanita has become one of our favorites.
Chile relleno sub.
We're wine country, but this, the huarache,
I feel like I'm in Mexico when I'm here.
Your favorite thing on the menu?
Carne asada tacos.
We take them down.
And this really is where I bring my family and friends. How is it, Mom?
Fantastic.
Pozole.
Every time I bite into it, it reminds me of Mexico.
Because owner Alma Mendez
Carnitas.
grew up there. Alma, how long have I known you?
5 years.
We both get our hair done by the same guy.
The huarache carnitas is coming
Where did you get all the recipes from?
from my mom, my sister. We have our own way to make our food.
And for Alma, it's still the only way.
Gracias. Gracias por venir.
You make everything from scratch?
Everything from scratch.
The sopes, the carne asada, the tortillas, you name it.
The handmade tortillas, so good.
Tortillas up.
It makes a great difference.
We're gonna make regular size tortillas for tacos.
This starts with adding the masa, and this
Yeah.
is dried corn?
Yeah, use water in here. This is the hard part, getting the masa ready.
So we want it to be just a little bit tacky?
Yep.
Put in a nice firm ball so it doesn't dry out. That's one big tortilla.
Yeah,
Now, where did this come from?
it's from Mexico.
I've never seen this one. This is like the Terminator of tortilla makers. Do you know that someone's probably gonna steal this today?
No.
Yeah. Now, you patty yours a little bit before you put it down?
Yeah, you have to go like this. And you
There you
gotta
go.
make that noise when you do it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. And press, and this is the tortilla.
So now what are we gonna make?
We're gonna make the carne asada tacos.
The famous carne asada at La Texanita?
Yes.
I've been asking for this recipe since I've been coming here for the last 5 years. Better not be super simple because I have never been able to figure it out.
It's really simple.
Ah.
We have some chopped onions. Cook a little bit the onions here.
Like your air drumming?
When we hear this noise, that means that we're cooking. Put the meat on it, and then we have the salt. When you're chopping, you have to shake your booty.
That's part of cooking it?
Yeah.
I want this to be a big window here. I'm done not being able to see back here. This is going about 30 minutes.
When it's almost ready, we add some lime juice, and we're done.
Here's the tortillas that we just made. Cook them up till they're nice and brown.
So now we're ready to make a taco. We have to put some onions, cilantro, and some salsa.
And you make the salsa too.
We made the salsa. We add radishes, lime, and some jalapenos. And they're ready to go.
Look at that setup. Oh, so simple, but so good. Onions almost have their own sweetness to them, and the natural juices and the fat from the meat cooked everything. But I'm telling you something, there's just nothing that can beat the handmade tortilla and cooking it the right way.
And shake your booty.
And shake your booty the right way. Great job.
Pozole is up.
Every single spice has a little piece of Mexico in it.
¿Quiere algo más?
This is why we come here. Real as it gets.
It's delicious.
Sope de picadillo is up.
Everything's authentic, nice and fresh.
You know what's been really fun for me is I never knew what went on behind the scenes. I just knew the food that came out of the little window was great. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
We got a line on Venice Boulevard. Let's get this place moving.
La única birria is the place you will find. Birria, 100%.
Did you ever think this is what you would
No.
do? It's crazy.
Yeah.
3 quesatacos de chivo con todo.
This one is crunchy tortilla that has the cheese and then the birria on top.
What are we starting with?
We're gonna do the birria paste.
Okay.
Chile, California.
Because these have been steeped in hot water. Black peppercorns?
Allspice.
Clove?
A little bit. It gives
Oh,
it
yeah, just a touch. Cinnamon.
garlic.
The whole garlic.
And onion.
A little water and blend that.
There it is.
Okay. Really interesting to have that much allspice and clove in Mexican food for me.
This is because of the goat.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Strain this. So the goat,
We add the birria paste, water,
salt into the pot.
so it cooks for like 3-4 hours.
And then when it's done, we'll pull the bones,
Yeah.
pull the fat, but then we'll save the sauce for the consomme.
Correct. This is the chile árbol salsa. Put the oil.
So you got the flat top really hot, so you can not only cook the tortillas and cook meat, but you can also get it hot enough to saute on it.
Correct.
Got it.
Chile de árbol. We add the garlic.
Toast those off. The oil, the garlics, and the chili d'arbol all in.
We add the water, salt.
Yeah.
Try it.
You see him step back? Smooth.
It's got a great acid to it, almost like a vinegar acid. This is delicious. I'm Queso hungry. Queso, hurry up.
This is handmade tortillas.
That's the real key right there. Dipping it in that fat.
And then we add the cheese, Monterey Jack. This is the cooked birria. We chop it, and then we add it to the tacos.
Is that a normal portion?
Yeah. Wait a little bit for them to get crunchy. It's good to go.
Okay.
The limes.
Cilantro and onions.
Chile de árbol.
Gotta put lime on tacos.
Lime and hot sauce.
Bye-bye, folks. Nice knowing you. Going to Coma Town. Without question, one of the best birria tacos I've ever had.
Thank you very much.
It's not gamey. It's not too spicy. It's not too salty. It's in balance. And then you get a great mixture of the onion and the cilantro. You gotta come down here and do that dunk. If I could figure out how to get in the consomme in a kiddie pool, that's kind of weird, huh?
Goat is wonderful. It's the best.
I'm here on the California side of Route 66, just outside of Victorville, California. It is so hot, there are tons of trucks, and I am hungry. So now it's time to play the where am I gonna stop and eat game. So, with my keen sense of awareness, I'm gonna stop and eat where the truckers eat. Emma Jean's Hollenberger Cafe. Folks around here say it's a trucker's paradise. After 60 years on this stretch of Route 66, Emma Jean's is just like it was.
A little bit of history to it.
I got it. It's still the must stop. They knew you.
That's Dave.
For great home cooking, like the signature biscuits and sausage gravy.
Always good.
So who taught you how to make biscuits and gravy?
My mom.
Okay, so a bunch of flour.
Put some baking powders in there, too.
Wow, wow, wow. What is that measuring spoon? What is that? Let me see this. Whose gravy boat did you snag that out of?
Mom brought it home in her purse.
Evidently.
My mom taught me how to make biscuits here, and pie dough, and
This table.
this table right here.
Wow.
Now we're gonna add some milk. Okay, that looks pretty good.
That's the consistency we're looking for.
That's it.
You have mixed them about as little as possible.
Well, you gotta be nice to your biscuits. Hey, you want me to show you?
Oh, boy. Why?
You gotta get a good twist on it. Look at him go, folks. He's got it now. He's going all the way to management. Now we get the trays.
While the biscuits bake up, Brian browns the sausage for the gravy. Mom's recipe also?
Mom's recipe. We're gonna put a little salt in here, some pepper.
Now what?
We add the milk.
Whoa!
Hot stuff. Give it a whisk or two.
That's thick, bro.
It is thick. If this stands up, it's ready.
That's a real deal biscuit right there. That's tasty. I don't think I could eat more than 6 or 12 of these.
Can I have the Siamese sweet and sour?
It's absolutely the best Thai food I've ever had.
Garlic chicken delight, please.
Hold on to your socks. You're not gonna expect it.
Really awesome.
It is awesome.
You can't wait to dig in because it's just so interesting.
These are my buddies, the Morrises and the Houses. They tell me that they've got this place that they want to take me to for dinner. Out comes the food. And I didn't say anything because I was inhaling the soup. I think I had about 5 portions.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Don't tell them, I'll tell you.
The food is great, but I really do think it's the people here. Dennis and Nikki sell the whole place. The Dennis show is on all the time.
We're talking about local native Dennis Shirts and his Thai-born wife, Nikki, who decided to share the food they love with the town they love in 06. As opposed to going just Thai, you said this is an Asian experience, a real Asian experience.
Exciting food with flavors you don't have every day.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
It's gotta be the pad thai.
Pad Thai pork, please.
All right, Nikki, what are we gonna make first?
Gonna make the tamarind sauce for Pad Thai.
For the pad Thai noodles?
Yes, just like that.
What's this cooking in the back?
That is pork and salt and a little bit soup base for make a broth.
Pork, salt, and chicken
Yeah,
paste.
just like that.
That's tamarind paste?
Yes. Sugar, like this.
There you go.
And a little bit salt, paprika, and you cook like this for 3 hours. Good.
So now we've got our tamarind sauce. The wok is hot?
Yes, hot.
Let's do it.
We're gonna put oil, sweet radish.
Sweet radish and garlic.
Yep.
And pork. And that's it for the pork?
Yep. Gonna put noodle.
Right in like that?
Yes, just like that.
And the tamarind sauce goes right in. So all the flavors that are developing in there are going to rehydrate the noodles.
Yep. You like spicy? I can put now.
Yeah, I like spicy.
Yeah.
Ah!
That is good.
Is that how much I got last time?
Yeah. You think that's spicy?
I was sweating.
I'm gonna put a little bit add broth so it not burn.
Dennis says when he's in trouble, you make his food very spicy.
Yes, just like that. Just punishing.
Punishing.
Yes.
Tell me that does not look good. There's even egg in the dish and I'm eating it. You know it's gotta be good.
I'm gonna throw this bean sprout and onions. Then we're done. I'm gonna put in the plate. Okay, and also the peanut. Too spicy?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, the tamarind sauce.
Yes.
That's really what gets the whole party started. A little sweet there, crunchy peanut. You get a touch of the chili flake coming through. I love that the noodles are really al dente. It's authentic. You make it just like you make for your family?
This my family like it like this, and my mom cook like this. That's it. Cooking is fun.
You're fun, Nikki. Huh? I tell you what, real deal.
I have a pad thai right here.
Delicious. It's rich, it's got great meat and spice flavors to it.
It's just noodle heaven.
After coming here a few times, I knew I was hooked.
It is the best food in town.
Probably one of the best Asian experiences I've ever had. Outstanding.
Thank you.
Really outstanding. Get in your car. You need to take the family on a road trip. Come on out to Taft. Bring the kids. I'm right outside of Leavenworth, Washington on Highway 2, and I look to my right and I go, wait a second. I'm not in New Jersey, but look at that beautiful, sparkling diner. I gotta check it out. This is the 59er Diner. And even though this old school spot has hit a few bumps in the road, owner, wild man Joe Canada, cheese stick, burger, keeps the joint rocking and rolling.
It's classic diner food at its finest.
Mozzarella sticks with homemade marinara.
The mozzarella sticks are so good.
The dipping sauce is out of this world.
Mozzarella sticks.
The mozzarella sticks are amazing.
The mozzarella is hot and fresh. They crunch, they pull.
The marinara is really good.
It's like you take your mozzarella sticks very seriously.
We got an egg wash here. We're gonna throw a few spices in. Sugar, garlic powder, a little oregano, paprika, dry mustard, lemon pepper, black pepper.
Goes right in the egg wash.
Right in the egg wash.
Okay. You want some milk in this too?
Just a touch. Okay, that's good.
We have the beautiful mozzarella logs that were cut into the precise
5/8 of an inch, 5/8 by 5/8.
There you go.
Flour on them, then you gotta knock the flour off.
Went to the egg wash.
Into the panko. So you go like this, and then hit the ends. We're gonna batter them again.
The little roll thing is interesting. So it keeps it from being square. Now it becomes a little bit more round. After they set up for a couple hours, they'll fry at 350.
That's right. And we're gonna serve them with some fresh marinara.
All right, Big Joe.
Throw a little olive oil in the bottom. It's all about garlic. Just a hint of brown in there, and the plum tomatoes. Very nice. A little more tomato.
He's doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You go and rinse these cans with water to get every little last bit of the tomato out of there. A little bit of the water in there.
A little salt, a little sugar, oregano, a little Italian seasoning.
And we'll let this cook down how long, Joe?
Just 45 minutes or an hour. Cheese sticks, a little marinara.
And that's all she wrote.
Ooh, that's gooey.
That's what I'm talking about. The fact that you can contain all the cheese inside of this without having the blowouts is outstanding, because that's one of the biggest challenges. You fry it just the right amount to where the cheese is melted, not too oily, and you still got really nice crunch. That's a legit cheese stick. I'm just like you. I like to go on road trips with my buddies, check out funky joints, eat great food. So here I am in Carmel, California, to check out a joint where I hear they're scratch making everything, and the biscuits are the bomb. This is from scratch. Okay, Robert, no more driving. Time to come in and eat. Let's go.
Aw, Dad! I thought you said I could drive.
Cinnamon French toast in the window.
California dip on our homemade roll. Homey, delicious meals. They put a little love in it.
And that love comes from the family tree. Because when Stephen Griebing and his wife Carolyn bought the joint in '95, he most certainly tapped into his roots. Where did you learn to cook?
My mother and my grandmother.
Okay, so it's old school then.
Old school.
Yeah, old school in hyperdrive.
Extreme double sausage, biscuits and gravy.
You have a little sausage gravy, but then you have a sausage patty under the sausage gravy, and then cheese biscuits under that.
Good thing I got my health nut compadre, Chef Robert Irvine, along for the ride.
I've already been in the gym 2 hours and I'm eating breakfast at 8 o'clock. So.
I want you to count just how many times we will talk about the gym, how many times we'll see flexing.
Don't hate this. It's hard work.
It's a machine.
Right, innit?
I'll put a lot of time in it. You want to try some? Here you go. Oh, what happened to yours, Robert? Look at that. It's like a fight to get in there. The cheddar in the biscuit is bananas. Then on top of it, the sausage patty, but you know what? It's that sambal in that sausage patty that just gives it a little bit of that extra heat.
Yep.
The gravy's creamy.
And it's not dry and gritty.
It's thick and pretty. You have license to use extreme, man. That's pretty out of bounds.
Thank you. I gotta tell you, it's amazing. I don't eat fat and this is really good. I mean, it's really good.
Thank you.
Nice job. Excellent job, Chef.
Thank you. Extreme biscuits and gravy up.
They're fantastic.
These biscuits and gravy are crazy good.
I've been to 800 locations. How many joints have you guys been to on Triple D?
262. And today be
That's not a gun. It says 262. And this is 263 today?
Today, yeah, absolutely.
The menu is so good.
Definitely lots of comfort food.
Incredible. It's rich, it's flavorful.
The meat's tender, but you find the meat, there's definitely...
That's when you cube it large. You taste the little sweetness of the raisin in there. Just counterbalance that heat.
I get a couple levels of sweetness. That's a phenomenal chili.
Thank you.
Just the right amount of heat.
We're gonna have to go to the gym after this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Brisket chili.
I like it because it's got big chunks of meat in it. They don't play around.
It's not too hot, but it's spicy. It's the best chili I've had.
Chef, had a great time.
Thank you,
It's
guy.
good. Irvine?
And send me some of the biscuits and gravy.
Peace.
Want a torta?
I can't say enough about how good everything is.
Chamorro ready to go.
Every bite is a magical bite. It's perfect.
Really has the sazon of the family. You really
The sazon.
Sazon, the flavor of the family.
That would be the Munoz family, with veteran chef Papa Tito leading the charge. Have you always been this close of a family?
All the time. We always did a lot of things together.
Like taking the plunge and opening this joint in 2012 with a menu based on Mom's recipes.
This food is delicious, it's fresh, it's flavorful. You just can't go wrong with anything.
What's your favorite thing on the menu?
The tamale.
For tamale, ready?
It's the best.
We're gonna make tamales.
Tamales.
I'm gonna do the pork.
Pork tamale.
So we're gonna put in a
Pork butt that's been just cut up.
cook it in the water. Put some salt, some onions, Mexican oregano, garlic, and bay leaves.
And we're just gonna cook it down.
And cook it down.
The rest of this goes in there?
Yes. Mexican oregano.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Black peppercorns, got it. The onion.
Onions, garlic, cumin.
Cumin seed, got it.
Allspice. Then we're gonna put some water. Where's my...
Well, why don't we put the water from the peppers? What does sabroso mean?
Delicious.
Sabroso.
Don't get upset. We're gonna add the peppers. That's the guajillo and...
California chili dog roll. Okay. Now we go to the hot oil?
Yes.
Go to strain it a little bit because there's some solid.
This is what you wanna hear.
Oh, it's sausage. My mouth shit. The flavor jets are turning on. How long is that gonna cook, Chef?
20 minutes.
And then we'll be ready to take and add it to the pork.
There you go.
So now we have the masa.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna put the salt.
Little baking soda.
Yeah.
To puff it a little bit.
Vegetable shortening.
Now we're gonna put the pork stock into the masa.
Then we're gonna start mixing it up all together.
So I got the pork. Oh yeah. Sabroso. Skins.
The masa.
Okay. You soften them in the water so they're pliable.
There you go.
Okay. Over.
Just roll it. There you go. You know how to make tamales.
I made a few tamales in my day. This is a tamale pot. See how that sits above the water as they cook. All right, Chef, we ready? Whoa!
Look at
that. are delicious. The masa has great texture. The pork is delicious, not too spicy. And you got a good ratio. It's not a bunch of masa and a little bit of pork inside. This is like a nice 50-50.
Just the right amount of sauce.
Hot, but not too hot. It leaves a nice little bite in your mouth.
Everything you order is gonna be good, so it's really fun to try different things.
Okay, I've got a Wisconsin and a Chicago.
I'm a big eater, and I like big hamburgers and big hot dogs, and this is definitely it.
You can expect to get messy.
We never suffered from lack of food when we come here.
And that's how owners Craig and Kim Zumwalt like it, big and bold. After working in Nashville's music biz, Craig headed back home and opened this place in '06. How many people live here in Lancaster?
Probably about 30.
Wow. Is this a trailer?
It's a race trailer.
And then you built the shed on next to it?
Yes.
Awesome. And they're definitely trying to kick it into gear when it comes to their high-octane signature burger.
Okay, I've got a big block.
The burger is bigger than my head, that huge.
This is just explosion of taste, literally. I mean, because there are just so many ingredients in it.
We're gonna make a big block.
Big block, okay?
Let's do it. We have our bread made for us. Then,
Koosh.
we're gonna put some butter on that, Mo. Bring a little Parmesan, put it right across there. Bring out some burger here. Looks like about a half pounder right there to me.
Yeah, that works.
We'll get 2 of those.
Is it 1 pound burger?
Yeah, 1 pound burger, yeah. Now we're gonna just throw this on here like this. We're just gonna take this and concave her a little bit. Grab a little onion. Gonna throw on a little bit of bacon.
Going right in the middle.
Yep. Gonna smash her down. Let it caramelize real good. Now we're gonna cut a hole in the middle of the bun. We're gonna add an egg. Now we're gonna add a little cheddar cheese sauce, about like that. Put a little cheddar on the top.
Is this the family plan?
Yes. All right, now we're gonna build a cheese skirt. We're gonna start out with a little Parmesan.
Okay.
A little cheddar, onion, matzo, bacon.
Does it come with a hard paddle?
You're right. Stack on a little bacon. Then we're gonna stick this dome on top there. So our cheese is just about ready to roll here.
Just so everybody's up to speed, close to a cup of cheese has been assembled in this this dish.
Well, looks like everything's ready. Now we're gonna take this, slam that right over on that. Then we're gonna take this guy, put it right there. Add a little lettuce. We got this, mayonnaise, tomato.
Don't overdo it.
No, I won't. Mo meat.
More mayo.
Pickle.
There we go.
A little more lettuce, a little sprig of onion, big block. There it is.
You have a scale?
Aren't ya?
3.4 pounds. Probably all lettuce and tomato. That's ridiculous. Yeah, hummingbird bite I took out of it. So, well, I'm gonna take the rest of the month to enjoy this. Here's the thing, buddy. I've seen some big blocks in the design and disaster category. You pretty much taking first place on that.
I got that going for me.
Which is nice. Way to go.
Big block.
The best part about it is the meat, it just melts in your mouth.
You have to laugh when this thing shows up at your table. It's like, how are you going to finish it all?
Well, you could always take it to go, because this place also has one funky drive-through.
This is a total farm community, so they drive up in everything. Horses, combines, tractors, you name it.
Bo and Luke Duke come by often?
Okay, I've got a party in your mouth and a fried cheese pizza.
Today I'm having the fried cheese pizza. The best part is the cheese, and that's what the crust is.
And what are we gonna make?
We're gonna make crustless pizza. It's a fried cheese pizza.
The Temple of Health. You guys should have a gym right next to this place. All right, let's hit it.
Take our pineapple right over here to the grill. Boom. We're gonna take our Parmesan, about like so. Cheddar, onion, a little gorgonzola.
All the members of the cheese family are showing up for this.
Pepperoni. Throw a little mozzarella on there.
More cheese.
More cheese. Now we're gonna run that homemade pizza sauce right across here. And a little olive. Now we're gonna throw on our grilled pineapple. Then our in-house pesto. Take our dome. Voila. Cooks for maybe 2.5, 3 minutes. So we're gonna top it with some sliced tomatoes. We're gonna cut it.
Wow, that holds up a lot better than I thought it was going to. This right here is just a gigantic thing of that crunchy fried cheese that you love on the outside of a quesadilla. The fact that you put toppings on it, God, it's crazy. Look at that. Fried cheese, can't beat it.
Hey, here, Carrie, here's your fried cheese pizza.
It's extremely addicting. You have to share it. Everybody wants to try it.
I've never seen a fried cheese pizza anywhere else.
Junkyard is unique foods that you just can't find anywhere else.
This is a hidden gem.
I'm telling you, dude, we've seen some crazy stuff on Triple D. This is up there. Crazy Craig in the car carrier.
Loving it.
Very nice, brother. I'm here in a cool little town called Geyserville in the Northern California wine country to check out a place that I kind of have some history with. I imagine a coach feels really proud when one of his players turns pro, because that's how I feel when one of my guys that's worked with me in my restaurants ventures out to open his own place. That brings us here to Catelli's.
Here we go, folks. Get your food ready.
Where Nick Catelli
What do we got, DC?
and his sister Dominica
Spaghetti DC sauce.
have come home.
My Nani and Nano, Virginia and Santi, opened Catelli's in 1935.
And Nick and Dominica figured
Table 11.
they'd be running it someday.
As we've always dreamt of it.
But the family lost the business back in '91.
Hello, Mama. Hey, Papa.
Once that happened, my sister and I were very adamant, we will open this again and it will be the family business.
And it is, since they took over a year ago.
Sliders here, sweetie.
And started serving the old Catelli classics.
Nani's minestrone.
How does the food taste?
It's delicious.
Chicken sauté sick. I just absolutely love it.
Ravioli coming up.
With the butter garlic sauce, it's delicious. It's thin, it's cooked to perfection.
All made by hand every day.
Seriously, just like Grandma Catelli's.
We are making the rab filling. The pork butt.
So you cut the strips.
Before it goes into the grinder.
I want that as a ringtone.
So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the slurry that seasons the pork with Chardonnay, whole black peppercorns, fennel seed.
Principal items in sausage.
Yes, red pepper flakes, fresh thyme, ton load of garlic, fresh ground nutmeg, and salt. We don't have a lid for our blender anymore
In
for some
true
reason.
Catelli style.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's ready to roll. That goes in here, then we just squish it, and this is going in the fridge for 2 days.
To really let those flavors come out.
Absolutely.
What in the world are we into now?
We're gonna roast up the meat. Big beef chunks.
Chicken.
Skin on, and then here's our house-made sausage. If you can grab the olive oil.
Got it.
And give me a good douse and drizzle on here and salt and pepper, and we're gonna roast this.
Going at 450 for how long?
30 to 40 minutes. We have to mix all our veg.
Okay.
Onion, celery, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, Swiss chard.
Look at this. Such great texture, great flavor.
Salt, pepper. Yep, and then that's gonna go
Into the oven?
for about 40 minutes.
All right.
You're gonna dump the meat
And the juices.
into there.
Smells awesome. So the bread gets mixed in.
Let's get all the veg in there. Now we're gonna put the pecorino
Okay.
and Parmesan,
Thyme.
basil,
Italian parsley?
Yes.
This smells so good.
rosemary, salt, some pepper, sage, and then eggs.
Then we're gonna go back to the grinder.
Yes.
Now I can't hold this and be over there eating any of that at the same time.
That's part of the plan.
Look at that.
And you can taste it at this point.
You put that in a flip-flop, that would taste good. All right.
We're making the dough for the ravioli. Put the eggs in, and then we're gonna pour the Ethiopia Zero flour.
Super fine flour. So mix it up, pull it out, knead it a little bit more, let it rest.
Yes, and we're gonna cut off a piece, roll it out.
How many times is this gonna go through?
11.
You got 27 hours in a day here?
So this is gonna be round 1. Crank it down and just keep going. Okay, we're going down to 1, and this is when we're gonna read the newspaper. Can you read it?
That's nuts.
So the meat filling.
It's just like therapy. I feel good about me.
Okay, we're moisturizing. Lay this on top, press down, and we're gonna make our little square, so then you can make it pretty.
Then we're gonna quick freeze them, and please, after that, can we eat?
Yes, let's boil the wraps. When they float to the top, we're gonna pull them out.
What fantasticness are you tossing that in?
Butter, garlic, salt, parsley, and a pinch of Parmesan cheese. Manja.
Wow. So tender, delicate, and so rich. Small, dainty, handmade perfection is what this is. This is one of the best raviolis I've ever had.
We have Catelli's meat raviolis. Pasta is done perfect. It's wonderful.
We're gonna start with black pepper, kosher salt, granulated sugar, granulated garlic, bay leaf,
crushed up,
coriander, toasted fennel seed, and granulated onion.
Dig it. A little warm water.
And then we like to cool it down with some cold water.
It's kind of not chicken poach.
Nope.
Drop the chicken, 8 hours.
Now we're gonna rack it.
Let it pull a little bit of its moisture out. Okay, what's the batter?
All right, we got some cornstarch here. Got some gluten-free flour, kosher salt, little baking powder there.
Okay.
And then rice flour. Water, cold. The vodka helps the crust evaporate. And then we're gonna blend it up.
Now we've got our brine chicken.
I like to leave the fat on, straight up cornstarch. And then we just drop it in, just let it drain off, we'll drop it in the fryer.
Just like that?
Yep. Comes out sort of like a potato chip crust.
What are we making now? What's this?
The soy sesame garlic sauce, crispy garlic, crispy shallots, sesame seeds. We're gonna blend these up, make a tahini with them.
Oh.
It does look like gravel. We just add.
Sweet soy, which is really thick.
So we're gonna put together a soy sesame garlic sandwich here. Lemon aioli, crispy shallots on top, baby kale tossed in sesame vinaigrette, and the pièce de résistance, chicken thigh. And then we're gonna top it with our soy sesame garlic sauce.
That's all she wrote. I want to just get a bite of that. Wow.
Brother.
That's rock star. I mean, that is really rockin' chicken.
The short rib French dip is probably my favorite thing here.
You get a combination of the onion and the cheese on top of the real rich, tender meat.
It gets me excited.
Most people make the French dip out of top round or leftover prime rib. We're gonna braise some short ribs.
Right now we're making the braising liquid.
Okay, a little bacon fat.
Red onions, celery, and carrots. Add a tomato paste, fresh thyme, rosemary,
bay leaf,
red wine, beef stock. Bring it to a boil, and then it's be ready for the short ribs.
Season these.
Salt and pepper. Put them on the grill.
So sear all 4 sides.
Top it off with the braising liquid, and we'll cook it for 4 hours.
Now, how in the world are you pulling that out without just tearing off a little chunk and trying it? Oh, that'll be just fine.
Fish out the ribs.
Wait, where did the fish come in?
Take with the dogs, take them out.
Oh, take the short
Take
rib.
the short ribs out.
I don't know. We're in San Diego. Maybe there was fish.
Finish the short rib in the jus with caramelized onions.
Toasted baguette, gorgeous.
And we'll top it off with the shredded Gruyere cheese. Put this in the salamander, toast it up.
No salamander was harmed in the filming of this show, by the way.
So we got the reduced jus.
Hi, Food Coma. My name's Guy. I'll see you in just a minute. The only problem with this is you didn't serve it in a kiddie pool. Because if it could get in with the sandwich and the jus, I mean, that short rib, along with those caramelized onions, bananas. And?
Bananas is good.
Bananas is good. The bread's fantastic. The jus is luxurious. You get all that nice fat that's coming from the braising of the short rib. A little touch of the red wine and the melted Gruyere on top. It's all the components of what you want a great French dip to be. Welcome back. I am hanging out at La Tostaderia with Chef Fernando. This guy's got a story that you will love. Comes from Mexico, goes to Canada, opens a taqueria, comes down to the United States, opens a carnitas joint here in Grand Central Market, then goes to culinary school, elevates himself in the world of food, and opens up La Tostaderia.
Really fresh seafood, great ingredients, and they definitely take their time with every plate.
It's a cross between a great ceviche joint and a taco stand and a tostada stand. So he tells me that he makes a burger. Patrona burger at the window.
The Patrona burger is delicious, combination of cheese and shrimp and aioli.
It's not your typical seafood burger, which you get in a lot of other restaurants.
It can't be beat, it's delicious.
He says if I don't love the burger, he's gonna buy free lunch for all my crew. I hate the burger. All right, what's first?
Okay, mango, rubber pepper, chives, and then?
Let me guess, cilantro.
Cilantro, exactly.
Can't believe your middle name's not cilantro.
Apple cider vinegar, salt, agave nectar.
Okay.
Avocados from the capital of the avocado, Michoacan.
You just drop Michoacan in as often as you can, don't you?
I love my steak.
I know you do.
So you just toss it, put all together.
All right, time for the burger?
Yeah. Wild Mexican shrimps.
Not frozen.
No frozen.
Okay.
Makes big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Salt, pepper, butter. The bun also is Oaxaca cheese.
Oaxaca cheese is like jacked mozzarella.
Yeah.
That's gonna be kind of what actually holds this burger together.
Yeah.
It's like the duct tape in Mexican food.
Now we got the buns.
Okay.
Chipotle aioli.
And before culinary school, he called that chipotle mayonnaise.
Lettuce, tomato. Now we have our shrimp cook with the Oaxaca cheese melting. Onion. We're gonna use the avocado mango radish.
As much as I think I'm gonna love this, I'm still gonna tell you I hate it, so you gotta feed my crew.
Cheddar, potatoes. This is for the crunchiness. Done.
I haven't had to bust out the hunch in a while. This one might deserve it. I got good news and I got bad news.
Tell me.
Good news is that's fantastic. The bad news is the crew's hitting the vending machine. when you bite into it, you get the saltiness of the cheese, the texture of the cheese, the shrimps cook perfectly, and then all the accoutrements, the shredded lettuce, the chipotle mayo, the tomato, the raw onion, the phenomenal salsa with the mango and the avocado. I pride myself in my burgers. I'm known for my burgers. That right there, in my expectation level of burgers, that is about as high as they go.
Thank you.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Patrono burger?
The bread is really moist. It's got some nice aioli sauce on it. It's really tasty.
You can tell the seafood, it's not frozen.
All these extra little toppings on it makes it the bomb.
You order the fish tacos out.
You come to a market like this, you stereotype that it's not that wow factor. Yeah. This is like high-end, fancy restaurant, elevated Mexican food.
Completely unexpected.
La tostaderia, fresh as can be. It's everything that you need, basically.
I got some place for you. Take it home. And anytime when you see my place, you're gonna remember about me.
I won't forget you, my brother. You know I love this. That's awesome. Thank you. Huh? All right, Ho Dad, this is the joint. How's the food?
Food's amazing, and the story is even better.
That's my kind of joint. This is the OB Noodle House.
Ocean Beach is a really small beach community. They're very proud of their identity.
This restaurant definitely fits in. 40-plus taps of really good beer.
And what goes with beer? Of course, wings.
Spicy garlic wings.
The absolute best wings that I've ever had.
Okay, so what are we gonna make first?
We're gonna make the sauté sauces that we use for our garlic wings. Start by just turning up the fire.
Whoa!
It's pretty hot.
Can't wear a little hair care product and be around that. Okay, so hot oil.
Hot oil. Ground ginger. Okay. Into the hot oil. Garlic.
There we go.
Ground lemongrass.
Nice.
And then we got the ground onions. And then we stir this for about 40 minutes.
Who stands here for 40 minutes and stirs this? So now it's sauteed down?
Got our chili paste right here.
Okay.
Chili flake, adding some heat right now.
Seriously?
You got the habanero.
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 I'll be jumping bullet.
Okay.
You be?
Habanero.
Habanero.
All right.
So what are you gonna put in?
All of it. Then we're bringing some more heat.
So hot.
Thai chili pepper.
Next up?
Peanut butter. Good old peanut butter. Hoisin sauce. Just give it a sweetness to it.
And a little color.
And then I'm gonna stir it.
How long is this gonna cook down?
Let it cook for an hour until the oil start boiling. And then let it simmer and get all the flavor for a day or so.
This stays in there for a day?
Yep.
What are we gonna make next?
Wings. You gotta look at these suckers. We prefer to use the mid thighs. We got some garlic, salt, pepper, sugar. Make sure we get all the wings in there. Now we add the chili oil sauté we just made.
Okay, so let them marinate for a day?
Yes, sir.
And drop it in the fryer. What temperature we're gonna cook at?
350.
350. All right, so the wings are done.
Now we put on the wok. My brother, Kyle, the wok master.
Okay, so hot oil.
Garlic. We're gonna put some pepper.
You ready?
Uh-huh. Some wings. Top of that, put a little seasoning, sugar, granulated garlic, and white pepper. And this one, some green onions. And that's it.
So nice little crisp, quick little saute.
Gonna be a little spicy, but let me know how you like it. Get some ranch, garnish it with some cilantros.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
A little bit of heat, not too much. Good amount of spice to it, a little bit of sweet, just a little bit of the crispiness on the skin. They're tender, they're juicy, there's a lot of flavor, a lot of depth of flavor. I'm impressed.
Pyrenees is a landmark.
The food here is incredible. Good flavors, made from scratch, right from home.
And right from the Basque tradition.
Ossobuco.
This old world menu has been a longtime staple here. So when Julie and Rod Crawford took over in 2014, they weren't about to change it. Basque food, is it hard to explain that to people in Bakersfield?
No, everybody in Bakersfield gets it. It's hard to explain to the rest of the world.
Traditionally, it is ethnic food that comes from the Basque region between France and Spain.
And French-born chef Gilbert Hernandez knows a thing or two about the Basque people.
It was the best sheepherder.
The best sheepherders.
Oh, yeah.
People would ask the Basque to come to the United States to raise sheep. These are poor people
Yes,
living
exactly.
in the hills.
Yes, with nothing, they used to make a meal.
So they have to become creative.
Yes.
And they use every part of the animal.
You can get everything from the pickled tongue to soup or whatever the specials are for the day.
Fried chicken ready.
They're the best at it.
It's really kind of a mainstay.
It's not Southern fried chicken by any stretch of the imagination. And I think the garlic just makes it something different.
So what are we gonna make today, Chef?
Fried garlic chicken.
We're gonna fry the garlic or we're gonna fry the chicken?
We're gonna fry the chicken.
Okay, let's go.
All
then.
right.
Little chickens.
Yes.
He just takes the knife right through. No question of where the joint is. That was a no lookie. Now you're showing off.
Now we're gonna season the chicken. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder, chicken base. And we're gonna put some fresh garlic.
Okay. A lot of garlic. Little olive oil?
Yes. You're welcome.
There we go. Perfect. Now, how long are we gonna let this marinate, Chef?
At least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours.
Yes. Then after, we're gonna put some buttermilk. And then after, we dredge it in the flour, seasoning flour, black pepper and salt.
That's it?
That's it.
But we're not going to the fryer. We're going to this?
Yes.
This is the Basque way of doing it, because nobody in Pyrenees Mountains had... Okay, no. I like how he just takes his time, just nice and easy. And how long do we cook it?
15, 20 minutes.
And what comes with this, Chef?
Yes, come with the green beans and French fries. There's the chicken.
Very nice. What's in the garlic sauce?
Fresh garlic with olive oil and a little bit butter and parsley. And here is your basket garlic chicken.
The garlic on the outside is very strong, but the garlic and the flavor inside the chicken is what is really nice. It's tender, it's juicy, lots of flavor. The crust on the chicken is great. I have restaurants called Johnny Garlics. I have one in Bakersfield. But if I was gonna ever make fried garlic chicken, that would be the example. Outstanding.
The garlic just hits you right away as soon as you bite into it.
Probably don't want to have your first date after you eat it, but it's very, very good.
The best chicken that you'll ever have.
Even though it's rooted in humble beginnings. Basque food is peasant food. Cuts of meat nobody wanted, and you had to figure out a way to make those meats flavorful and tasteful.
How close is this to traditional, original Basque like you get at home?
Probably a little better than what we had at home.
If I lived in this town, this would be a place that I would visit at least once a week. I mean, it feels like I'm in an old Basque restaurant, because I am. And the food matches. It's delicious. Wonderful job.
Thank you.